All right. Well, happy 24th birthday.
Getting younger, apparently.
Hey, hold on. Are you going to pop that bottle?
Yes.
Because I just read that 9 people a year die from doing that.
I know what I'm doing.
Well, don't point it towards me.
If anyone, he's saying to point it towards me. But if anyone should be opening it, it's probably Nicole, because we don't want me to open it.
Yes, I would be maybe a little bit more concerned about that statistic if I was honestly letting you open it, but that's okay.
We have a birthday in the house today.
Yeah.
Niqueeze.
It's my birthday. I'm a little tired.
Yeah?
I woke up early. And I swear I didn't think it was that early when I woke up.
What time did you wake up?
It's like 5:30.
Oh, dang. What are you doing on your birthday at 5:30?
Well, I was like, I tried falling back asleep. And then I remember thinking when I looked again at my watch, thinking, oh, it's 6:30, and got out of bed. And then I was like, up. I threw in a load of laundry, and I was like, oh, well, I'm up early. I guess I may as well work out. I was doing a whole bunch of other things. And then I looked at the kitchen clock, and it was only 6:14. And I was like, wait, what time did I actually get out of bed then? I think I got out of bed before 6 o'clock.
That's what you get for doing adult things before the sun comes up.
I know. I regret this. I mean, I feel very tired, but I know that this bubbly will make me feel a lot better.
Don't you point it towards me.
I know what I'm doing. I'm also not going to put it in the microphone so I don't bust anybody's ears out. But you know what? Sure, it's my birthday, but you know what? It's a day to celebrate just because we're alive.
Yes.
You know?
What's up, Courtney? I sent your cord. Or actually, it's behind me. It was supposed to be sent, but I ran out of cords. But I have your cord with the cord in it.
Fire in the hole. If you do it right, you don't let the thing go everywhere.
Why?
You hold on to it.
Don't waste.
Hey, you're supposed to let it fly and kill somebody.
No, that's the whole point.
Oh.
If you're supposed to hold on to it so it doesn't go anywhere.
Well, let me tell you, this week has been great because I haven't had to wake up early for work. I love my job, but sometimes it's a struggle to get out of bed in the morning, even though I only live 5 minutes down the road.
I mean, school starts so early.
No, it starts late. It starts.
What time?
Kids don't start class until 9:30.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, we have
that
to
is late.
We have to be there at 8. It's an 8 to 4 work day.
Did you post this to Discord or did you need me to?
No, I posted it. I think I'm gonna make it public so get some people in here.
No. I just our friends. It's fine.
Okay.
That's what the birthday girl desires. That is what the birthday girl shall get.
All right. Just friends.
But yeah, it's a nice. I guess this is our Christmas episode.
Yeah. Well, we get 2 Christmas episodes.
Oh yeah, because we did the other Christmas episode with the bank robbing. Hold up.
It's a good one.
But this is the closest to Christmas that we'll get because I'm going home for the holidays. And you know what I just discovered? One of my favorite Christmas songs is Home for the Holidays. Because no matter how far away you go, that song is totally sarcastic.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. They even comment on the traffic. The traffic.
Gee, the traffic is terrific.
Yeah. Sarcasm.
You're like, no, it is not. It took me an hour to get here.
And most people, I mean, obviously I'm excited to see my family for Christmas, but there are people back home who you don't necessarily want to see.
Yeah. It's just
so that song
part of the holidays.
So that song, either we as a society have changed and have become grumpier, less merry.
Yep.
Or that song is totally written sarcastically.
Christmas sucks.
I don't know. Could be either way.
This is like the worst thing ever.
Why?
Great.
I mean, because number one, it's fake.
Okay. It's not fake, but I respect your opinion.
I think he means like the holiday spirit is.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's going with. Anyway,
I don't get any wine.
You don't like champagne. Do you want a glass?
You didn't even offer it to me?
I brought you a beer.
I really did not think you were gonna.
Oh my God. Pour me a small thing. Good
All
Lord.
right,
It's
let
my
me get you a
birthday.
glass.
What the fuck?
Is there more wine to be had? Not that I need to. I mean, I think I've discovered a trend with me drinking more.
Wait, are you on the right side?
It's Nicole's birthday. She should be in the middle.
Who's normally in the damn middle?
Me. It's fine.
What's up, Courtney? Y'all bringing me down. I'm sorry. Shit. Let's get in a better mood. I think we're all just tired.
I'm not in a bad mood.
Courtney, I got a good story. So don't worry. We're going to do a good story. We're all going to get drunk. Oh, I wish more people were here to hear this, but I have a great idea for the 400th episode.
Oh, what is that? And
Okay, but you have to let's see, how should I say this? Okay, just don't rush to any conclusions when I say this. But I think we should take 400 shots. But before you say that, because I've already done the math. So, if we get 25 people to take 3 shots each,
yeah.
that would only leave us 3 having to take 4 shots. And,
Okay.
and then we would hit 400. I think that math's right. Let me see. All right.
We're gonna need you to double check that one.
Yeah, all right. Let me do it right now because I'm But what do you think? Like, if we can get a lot of people.
25 times 4 is 100.
Okay, hold on. So 400 divided by 25 equals 16. Okay. So by 25.
I don't think.
Wait,
you're
we
doing
need
the math
we need
correctly.
each one of you guys to take 16 shots. Wait, hold on.
Who's in?
400 divided by 25 equals 16
Yeah.
divided by 3. Fuck, how's this shit work? How does math work?
Well, it's the same in every country.
Okay, so let's do. So if you wanted it to just be 3 shots per person,
Yeah.
You need like
do
75
400
people.
divided by 3.
400 divided by 3 is 133.
That's how many people you would need to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was way off.
I like your Jack the Ripper person behind you. Is that not him?
It is.
133?
How many episodes do we
Are
have till
you
400?
sure?
Yes.
Like you just took out the calculator.
All right, let's say if we get 40. 400 divided by
That's
40.
10 shots each. That's 10 shots.
He's like,
60.
doable.
I mean,
400 divided by 60. That's still 6.66. Shit, well, this is not going to work.
how many episodes do we have left?
No, I want to do 400 shots on the day. Somehow. We got to figure out how to make that work.
Okay.
Or I'm going to
we'll
make
regroup.
400. No, you know what? I'm going to make the last episode we ever put out $3.99.
And that's it. Thanks, guys, for listening to the podcast known as Talk Murder to Me.
It's been real. Which is why we have champagne. Goodbye. No, just kidding. That would be so sad. I don't know what I would do with myself.
What would my Saturdays
Get a
become?
job, but on.
I mean, I only
She
have
has
3
multiple,
more.
yeah. So,
Man, I don't know. Like,
All right, let's take a shot. Let's get this story done. So are we doing basil? How we do?
yeah, I want basil for dinner.
Well, how are we doing that?
We got to call when we're done and pick it up. They do not do delivery.
All right.
shame on them.
I know.
Pad Thai sounds great right now.
Hmm.
Getting pad thai in the butthole sounds even better.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
Yeah. No, I'll take it in the mouth, please. Surprise shots. Surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise.
Hold on, let me change y'all's cameras.
Is it really bothering you?
I think
Okay.
that Nicole should be in the middle.
I don't care. I do not care. Courtney says, wait, Jen, you wildin'. I think it was the whole you'll take it in the mouth thing.
People think that I don't know what I'm saying when I say it sometimes, which is true about 40% of the... No, I know what I'm saying about 80% of the time. There's a 20% where I'm like, don't know what I'm saying, but I am actually a lot smarter than people give me credit for, than I give myself credit for.
Yeah, you are
Is
smart.
there more wine?
Yes, here.
What is wildin'?
Like,
Getting wild, getting crazy.
Man,
All
this
right.
is a...
you need more?
This is
I'm
a...
good for now.
Oh, shit.
How
That's
did
why
I
we
know?
didn't give it to you. Someone was going to spill tonight, and it wasn't going to be me.
We are down tempo today. We are very sluggish.
Well, it's like outside of our usual schedule,
Mm-hmm.
so we're not in a routine. But
I have no idea what day it is.
it's
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Cool.
I got will y'all help me after this finish everyone's cards?
Yeah.
So I'm sending 15 cards out and I have these all done. And Courtney, yours is in here and Natasha's in here. Natasha. And yeah, I'm sending those. I was supposed to already send them, but you know.
We should get a label with the logo, a return label.
I did think about that, but I was like, how many times are we going to change our P.O. box because we forget to pay?
No, that I was
Is this something that's happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
We like forgot, like if we don't check it very often, they put in notices to remind, but there was a time where we like forgot to check it.
How much does it cost to have a mailbox?
It's $10,000 a year,
No.
which
it's,
we're going to need
I believe
some money.
$120 a year.
Yeah, $60.
$10 a month? That's not that bad, I guess.
Something like that. So anyway,
They
the
should
P.O.
only
box.
charge people if they get mail. The month that they get mail.
Well, that would be easy for us. We would have to pay nothing.
No, we always get spam mail.
Yeah,
Oh,
spam mail.
And plus I get a lot of stuff sent there that I don't want you to know about. So
Your pornos. Got it. I didn't know that people still subscribe to that.
oh, look who it is. Mm-hmm.
What's up, Lauren? What's up,
Mhm.
Natasha? Hello, Courtney. Thanks for spending my birthday.
Yes.
It's the one with the confession. Sorry, I do not hold grudges, so don't worry about it.
Not at all. He's
Never.
That's the last time I'm going to bring it up.
for 5 minutes.
If y'all want to know what I'm talking about and why she's so sorry in all capital letters, y'all can ask her.
Uh-oh.
Or Georgia or Karen.
What happened? Well, now I need to know.
No, you don't need to know. I'm just kidding. That's the last time you sent me a Camaro?
A carrot.
I was like, whoa.
That does not fit in the P.O. box, but
Don't be sending me anything. It's too expensive. All right, let's get this shit going. I'm just messing with you, Lauren.
did you already do the song?
Yeah. Oh, we didn't drink though. Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh. What was at the bottom there?
Mm.
It was pucker, apple pucker, and raspberry vodka.
Oh, man. That raspberry vodka at the end felt really strong.
Yeah.
All right. Happy birthday, Nicole.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Did you know it's bad luck to cheers with an empty cup?
I heard it was bad luck to cheers with water.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm.
Maybe that's why these things happen to me.
Maybe.
Guys, I think I'm just gonna eventually elect to have surgery on my ankle because I was at practice today and I wasn't even doing anything like a basketball move. I was like starting to jog and it like hurt. Yeah, it hurt. And
what kind of surgery can you have done on it? Like to repair the tendons?
It's an arthroscopic procedure to put the ligaments back together in my ankle.
Oof.
But then I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to go through PT again, and I don't want to do that either.
You would most likely have to if you have surgery. But I mean, if it would allow you to be, I mean, that's just like freaking walking, you know?
Yeah. Walking doesn't really bother me. It's when I'm like trying to speed up. Although I did jog in the parking lot on my way back to your house. I was like, I gotta get back.
Lauren says, you look awesome.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yes, she does.
What about me?
You look
great.
Absolutely beautiful, John. Good job.
I'm still working on it. This shirt, I have not worn this shirt in 3 or 4 years. Because I was always too small, but now it fits. I mean, like it's okay. I'm comfortable in it. And I realized that like this past week after my party, I messed up because I was just like, I'm just going to eat what I have left over. I'm not going to go grocery shopping. There's no sense to that.
I get that.
So last night I went to the grocery store and I got some like healthy ingredients that I could eat. But you know what I got? I got frozen chicken strips, like the chicken breast strips, like Southwest style. Ooh. It was good, and they're grilled chicken. Tyson.
Oh, I need to look for those.
Yeah, they're frozen grilled chicken. Because that's the thing about basketball season is that I don't have this. I can't put the. I mean, I've lost. So the first round I lost like 35 pounds. This round I've lost almost 10 pounds. So I'm down like 40.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That is amazing.
It's fine. I'm still working.
Don't brush it off.
I'm still working.
Accept the compliment.
Okay, thank you for the compliment.
That is a lot to lose in what, 2 months?
4 months. Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible.
So, I mean, the thing about basketball is that I don't have the time to prep my meals. So I haven't really, like, I've been trying to stick to it, but it's a lot harder now than it was in the fall.
I mean, I know it's not like 100% accurate to the plan that you're doing, but maybe you could do like something similar to Factor meals.
Well, they're starting the program that I'm doing. They're looking into doing a meal service like Factor. So when that comes out, I'm all about that.
That would be amazing.
And so I'm just laughing because I was like, oh yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get back on track before Christmas and it'll be great. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's Nicole's birthday. Got to take that off. Like, it's a holiday.
Yeah, I just accepted we are, I'm going to eat junk. I'm working out every day because I'm off. But I'm not going to have any regrets with not eating something. Yeah. I'll get back on it the 26th, the day after Christmas.
And honestly, the only reason that I felt bad about getting off track was because, like, I've had people be like, that's not on your plan. That's not on your plan. AKA my family. But so I'll be fine like before Christmas when I'm at home because they're good, like the food Nazis, and they'll be taking care of, making sure I'm eating what I'm supposed to be eating. But also at the same time, no, I'm not going to go into a whole reel about that. John, you can cut that out from the thing. But so I don't feel bad because I'm trying to make better choices and I'm not eating as much as I was. So we're good to go.
Well, there you go.
Hey, Megatron.
Oh, sorry, Lauren. We lost 30 stone. Is that what y'all say? Stone?
Stone. Yeah.
Jesus.
How much does stone mean?
So America is, I ain't going to go there. All right. If you're going to.
But you want to go there. So
well, everyone needs a change for us. Sorry, that was kind of aggressive.
Natasha goes, why is it a stone?
Because stones are heavy.
Yeah, but like, how is there one weight that is like the definitive weight of a stone?
Because when they were like paving the roads in London, that all the stones were the same because they wanted it to be like
That's a good theory.
Well, there's an actual meter stick that is the real thing. Like, this is what everything's based off
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So like a yardstick.
Yeah.
But but in meters. Yeah.
But isn't a yard a
yard
yard is almost exactly a meter, right?
A yard is almost a meter, but it's different.
Like slightly. But if you're it's like
But on our standard rulers, there's also the centimeters on the side.
Damn, Lauren, you lost 66 pounds?
Damn, girl, in 6 months?
Holy shit. Give me some of that drugs you're doing.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, I've got but so my incentives are going to be because I need to I would like to lose another about 20 more pounds, which would get me back to like pre-COVID weight. And which is not even my skinny, like not even my skinniest. My skinniest was another 10 pounds lighter than that. But anyway, so if I could lose another 20, so I'll do like at 10 pounds, a gift treat for myself that I've been wanting, and at the 20, like a bigger one.
Good for you. I'm trying to run a 3K.
There you go.
At the St. Patrick's Day Shamrock Trot.
All right.
That's awesome.
Before my St. Patrick's Day party.
What's up, everyone?
That's perfect.
Welcome to Talk Murder to Me. Damn it, you fuck! You wanna fucking bang? You wanna just bang?
No.
Welcome to Talk Murder to Me. We are on Google Earth right now.
Ooh.
And
Can we tell them that you're finally doing the story that I have been requesting for the last 4 years?
no one knows what this story is, so let's just. I mean, yeah, you can, but I mean, there's people in here that don't know what we're doing.
That's fine. That's all I'm going to say.
But she's excited because you're finally doing something she's been
This
asking
is my
for.
This is part of my birthday present.
Oh no, we're not doing that one.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Me what? Me what?
Wait, so do I get a story on my birthday?
Jen.
Let's not press our luck
I
here,
don't know.
Jen. I'm married to him.
I got to tell a story on my birthday last time.
Maybe if you show up on time.
Oh.
You know what?
Today was not a regularly scheduled programming day.
And you also said,
So-
don't worry about the time. Just get here when you get here. And also,
There you
I
go.
was getting your wife's birthday gift because I didn't.
Yeah, my wife is a woman. Whatever, Jen. I don't have to put up with your shit.
But you do because you love me.
All right, this is where we're going to tonight. We are doing an old story based in the 1800s. I'm just kidding. All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Blob.
Blob.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to All Killer No Filler. Oh, I'm sorry, Lauren. Talk murder.
What
to me.
happened? Like, did she send you a letter and wrote and write the wrong podcast name?
No,
Like,
she went to, I think she said that she went to see a live show.
I'm just, that's the last time I'm going to bring it up.
We are not big enough to go overseas, nor unfortunately would we, because John will get on a plane.
That's the last time
What
I'm
if
going
we
to bring
went
it
on a
up.
boat, though?
Well, that's how John's going to murder both of us if we get on a boat. John ever says, "Hey guys, let's take a cruise." That's how you know he's planning to kill us.
Well, I would say no thank you, and I would cruise on my own.
Yeah, cruise missile.
Well, I mean, I feel like, I don't know. Generally speaking, Lauren, do the Brits enjoy our type of humor or no?
No. They enjoy eating crumpets and making tea.
I've been watching the Harry and Meghan
That may
documentary.
have been kind of racist or
I watched
something.
it too.
All right.
I'm almost done with the last episode.
It's good.
Yeah.
Is it too loud? Are we too
Finish
loud
the
here?
crown?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
No.
No, it sounds perfect.
All right. So here we go. I'm just kidding, Lauren. That was just a cheap shot. I don't hold grudges. That's the last time I'm going to do
Okay,
that.
he brought up the watermelon incident today,
Ooh, no.
and he had vowed he would never bring that up again. But anyway,
On this day of your wife's birth?
Especially on this day. You gotta let them know who's boss, Jen.
Well, I don't answer to anyone. I'm on my own, so I answer to Murphy, and that's it. I'm so sad that I have to leave him behind.
So yeah, enough talking about that dog. All right, tonight we're going here, and I'm on Google Earth now. I'll put all these photos on talkmurder.com. You guys can go there. Here, let me get this little thing out the way. Hold on. And 1 second. Let me get this shit out the way. There it is. So this is where we're going to tonight. What is this, Niquiz? What does it look like?
This looks like California.
This is California.
Beverly Hills.
It looks like a mansion. Oh, that's the 10.
That's the what? Oh, I-10?
The 10. They call it like that's what they always say over in California. They put the in front of the highway. Instead of being like hop on 95, they'd be like hop on the 95.
We have some people from Natasha's from there. Where's Sharky's at?
And
or not
Sydney,
Sharky's. Shakey's.
And Wolfie.
Sharky's was a titty bar I used to go to. Shakey's. She works at Shakey's.
Shakies, not Sharkies.
Yeah. All right. So this is 1700 Grandview Drive in Alba something. Hold
Turkey?
on. No, it's like Alabama.
Alabama?
Alhambra.
Alhambra.
Is that right? Alhambra?
Alhambra.
All right, so this is it right here. Let's check this out while I learn how to talk. You can't actually go into there, but we'll see what we can find. Mercedes. Oh, where am I at?
Nice landscaping.
Okay, so it's up here, looking down.
Beautiful
on everyone.
azaleas. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What's an azalea?
It's a flower.
Is that this?
I think. I don't know. I
don't know if that's an azalea.
I made a guess.
It's trash day.
Yeah, recycling day.
I'm gonna put my trash out tonight.
You know what you should take all the junk because you're not gonna be there. Anything that you have to put at the curb, put it right in front of your neighbor's house and let them deal with it while you're gone. And let them stare at it.
I don't have any junk though to get rid of.
You know, I mean, to get rid of, yeah.
No, like, do you have like any like trash or like you should leave all that out in front of their house on Christmas.
I know, but I don't feel like it's the season of giving, not the season of being petty.
But you know what? When we pulled up to your house for the party, I was like, damn, I forgot about that house for a hot second. And
the rainbow house?
Yes!
How could you forget about my rainbow house, neighbor?
Like, I almost thought, like, maybe they would have painted it since then.
No.
What is this?
She did lose a dog, but she got another one.
Big old tit. Big old
It does.
tater.
It looks like the boob, yeah.
I want to suck it.
Ew.
That's weird.
Whoa.
That's a fountain.
All right, so this is tell us about this house.
It's like it looks like a Red Roof Inn.
Try to guess how many rooms are in this house. I'll give someone a prize out of the
bedrooms or rooms total.
The prize drawer. How many rooms total does this house have?
26.
Well, you can't be like you. This is not for you. 8? Shram, we have 8 rooms in this bitch. Y'all got to think higher.
Like rooms total.
Yeah,
yes.
rooms total. 33.
4 bed, 2 bath, living room, kitchen, dining room. Hey, even more.
This house has 33 rooms and a sex dungeon, which doesn't count as a room.
Literally, there's a sex. Are you like making a joke?
All rich people have sex dungeons. We talked about this.
They're not called sex dungeons anymore. They're called sex rooms. There's even a show on Netflix about it, how to build a sex room.
I didn't watch the show, but I saw that there was a show.
I watched a couple
like,
episodes.
Of course, this is a thing.
I did watch a couple of episodes.
Just because a couple of people read 50 fucking Shades of Grey, now everybody's weird.
It's called 50 Shades of Rape.
I think
that was in a Bill Burr comedy sketch.
50 Shades of Rape.
I mean, fucking accurate though. I only saw the first movie, and it was in the movie theaters with
Me and your
some of
mom
my
went to see it.
girlfriends, and
I went to see it with my mom.
Oh, that's a weird
you
one
did
to see
not.
with your mom.
The first one?
You did not.
Yes, I did.
We went on, I think it was on Valentine's
weird.
Day.
It's better than going to see it with my father.
I mean,
slightly,
is it?
but not much better.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, for you, much better, but
Jackie's
actually,
chill.
Jesus Christ.
I will say one time I saw that my mom had the book 50 Shades of Grey, and I was like, oh no, Mom. It's okay if I read this as a 20-year-old. It's not okay if you read this
My
as
mom
a
read all three of them.
55-year-old.
My mom read all three of them. In fact, it was the first year that I was working at my second job that was actually my primary job.
And did she like buy them there?
She was like, do you have these books? And I was like,
Can I get them at discount?
Why is this one, the page is stuck together?
gross.
And we are definitely going to need... Who's going to pick up the basil? This is the whole thing with basil.
All right,
Is that you have to pick it up.
let's get this story going. I got to learn how to talk. Tonight, we're going to February 3rd, 2003, 1700 South Grandview in Alhambra, California. This is a mansion, but it's not in Beverly Hills or anything, because while this is a celebrity, he's kind of washed out.
Mm.
I'm just kidding. All right. So
Or up. You mean up?
that house, so 1700,
Yeah.
1700 South Grandview, February 3rd, 2003. I'm actually starting the story with the driver, the chauffeur for a famous celebrity who lived in this house. Now, I'll tell you the whole night here. We're going to go through bar to bar to bar because this guy loves partying and drinking, and the chauffeur drives him and some other women all across town. The best Hollywood spots you can think of, and we'll actually go to all of them on the Google Earth if you want. But after that, I'm starting this story here at 4:55 a.m.
Mm. About the time that Cole woke up this morning.
The chauffeur, his name is Adriano de Sousa. He is
Adriano de Souza?
Adriano de Sousa. Jen, you know this story?
No, but I
But
live
you
in
re-
Portuguese nation back home.
So this guy is a highly competent ex-military officer, but he's now a chauffeur. But he drives this famous celebrity around and he makes good money. Anyway, he is sitting in his limousine at the house because that's what he does. He's paid for for the whole night, even if the celebrity goes to bed or whatever. He's paid a certain amount of time. He's got to stay there. So he is just sitting in his car, sitting in the chauffeur limousine, and it is 4:55 a.m. and he hears a loud bang, 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 bang. Someone's getting banged. Boom, chaboom, kaboom, pow. Shit.
Zap.
Zap. He hears this loud bang, bow. And he actually said first that it was a quote boom, but it was actually a gunshot. He hears this gunshot. It came from inside the house. Now, this man since he's ex-military, he knows exactly what happened. He knows a gun was discharged and it came from inside the residence. However, fearing for his own safety, he walks out of his car, or he opens his door and stands by his car, looking around, kind of securing the area, making sure that, someone's not running with a gun or whatever. And he is just leaning on the car, and he does that for 5 minutes. Then when he starts to walk towards the door to check on the celebrity that he's been driving around, that celebrity comes out of the house, and he is in his nightgown, and he has a pistol in his hand. Now, if you guys don't know, the celebrity that this man was driving around all night was who, Nicole? This is your story.
Phil Spector. And we are covering this case because, can I say?
I know why.
So he's a music producer. This is all like I've only asked you to do this case because as a child growing up, my dad had like the 6-disc CD changer. You know those?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very special Christmas, a very special Christmas 2, a very special Christmas 3. This album, I'm giving you the exact effing order of these. This album, which I think it was
Phil Spector Christmas.
Yeah, like My Christmas to You maybe was the name of it.
The one with the blue album with the ronettes on the front?
White. And it was like white cover, but it had like the ronettes, the crystals, Darlene Love, Bobby Socks, and the blue jeans. And it was like red and green text, I remember. And then it also, the other last two, it was the Beach Boys Christmas album, and the last one was it
Dr.
was like
Demento.
No, it was like a rock and roll Christmas album, and it had like Elton John's Step Into Christmas. It had like a whole bunch of others. It was very a rock and roll Christmas theme for the most part.
That's something I'm excited about going back home. We don't have the CD stereo anymore, but we do have the CDs, and but at my party last weekend, I wanted to play Phil Spector's Christmas album for you in the background, but something happened to my record player. Something happened to my record player. I don't know.
What do you mean something happened to it?
The needle, it was broken.
That is sad. Had I known, I would have. Never mind. I'll tell you later. I had an opportunity to pay. It was not like an antique one that you had, but anyway. So this album is one that I had listened to. Like, it is ingrained in my memory, and it's when I want to listen to Christmas music, it is one of the first albums I will put on. Darlene Love is the original Queen of Christmas, Mariah. And so when I heard that he had murdered someone,
whoa,
and was in jail,
jumping to conclusions.
But this is all I know. I was like, how can we not cover this case so I can learn more about this?
I mean, he could be a great guy.
So at the very last song on the album, he speaks, and it's Silent Night, whatever, and he like talks and it's like, thanks everybody for listening to this album, blah 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 blah. So it's like, normally, and whoever produces an album, I don't know who the F they are, but I remember like his name is on the album, and he had a speaking role in the last song of that album. So that's why it is way more familiar to me than like anything else.
All right, so for you guys, if you don't know who this clown is, this is the clown right here we're talking about tonight.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh shit.
It's like that time that I accidentally was trying to change a faceplate on the light switch.
I just don't know why he thought that looked good.
It looks terrible. He looks like a fucking idiot.
He looks like a child was drawing a picture and said, "Give me curly hair," and he like drew curly hair, like perm.
All right, so let's get back to it. This chauffeur, he hears this loud bang, and the door opens up 5 minutes later. So this is 5 a.m. Now, everything I'm going to tell you, these little details are important, as you'll see why. Especially what the chauffeur says and what he hears Phil Spector say. It is incredibly important. The door opens up, the back door. Phil Spector is standing there. And we're going to go over who this guy is and like his whole thing. So don't worry about that. Just know that he's a music genius, I guess, from what people think. He is standing there in his nightgown. He has a gun in his hand. That gun is bloody. There is blood on his hands. This is the testimony from the chauffeur. Phil Spector says out loud to the chauffeur the following exact quote: "I think I killed somebody," end quote. The reason it's so important, the wordage and stuff there, is because that is going to be heavily debated about what was actually said. As I told you before, this chauffeur is a Brazilian immigrant. So that's going to kind of muddy the waters. Anyway, it is now 5 a.m. He opens the door, blood on his hand. Now, the chauffeur can actually look past Phil Spector and see a woman's body laying there. And he only saw the legs of this woman. Most likely it was the woman that he took home with Phil Spector that night, which we're going to talk about. But that's all he saw. And the blood on Phil's hands, he says, quote, "I think I killed somebody." Now, if you want to read the first one. Now, so let me, well, hold on. Let me tell you what book we're reading first, because I think it's very interesting. So I was trying to find a good book. I did not care about this guy's biography. I didn't want to get bogged down in this dude's biography. But I did find a really good book about the murder specifically. And it's actually told by the forensic
Files?
pathologist.
Oh.
Let me pull it up right quick. It's a really good book. Let me see. All right. I went through several different options trying to find the best one to read, but this is what I'm reading. This is what Nicole's reading from here. The book is called Shocking Cases from Dr. Henry Lee's Forensic Files, the Phil Spector case. So this book right here, this man, Dr. Henry Lee, was the one who examined this dead woman. So these are his words. Now, Nicole's going to be reading his words and some of the police report and stuff like that. I want to say the term R, which you're about to see, equals reporting party. The great thing about this book is it breaks down a lot of the lingo used between the police and the forensic teams, and it kind of gives you a great insight of their jargon. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to read that...
Before she reads, I know you get mad at us when we read ahead, but like I saw the titles of that book and the other cases sound interesting. Anyway, go on.
Well, you can request it if you support us.
She does.
I do.
Actually. R. Souza saw that there was blood on the left side of the victim's face and ran back to the vehicle. R. Souza drove down the driveway and out the front gates and dialed 911 on his cell phone. So
the R is R-Souza. That stands for, the R stands for reporting party. So that's how they would write it up. R, the reporting party, ba-da-da. So that's how it's written up. I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, there is a dead woman here in Phil Spector's mansion.
That doesn't look good.
And he comes out and he says, "I think I killed somebody," and there's blood all over him, and there's blood on the gun. All right. Now, we're going to go to the night before, leading up to this murder or suicide or whatever it was, this loud bang. We don't know what it is. We haven't even seen the body yet. We're going to actually go through the body and all that stuff here in a minute, but let's kind of go back a little bit and let's travel back about 6 hours and see how we got here. All right. The chauffeur De Souza, he started his workday at 1900 hours, which is
7 p.m.
That is something I'm just not good at. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do military
Why are
time.
you laughing?
Because it's just something I'm not good at. For all my smarts,
It is
military time, I don't
It is
understand.
the best way to tell time. You never have to, is it PM or AM? You always know. Anyway. All right.
Just add the AM or PM. I don't fucking know what to tell you.
At 1900 hours, which is 7 p.m., De Souza starts his day at work. He is a chauffeur for Phil Spector, the musical producer that was big. Anyway, he drives this man and several of his guests to different places all across Hollywood. First, they went to the Grill on the Alley. He went there to meet his friend Rumi Davis. After that, do you want to go see, like, go to place to place or not?
Sure. Yeah, if you got it.
I mean, I can get Google Earth. Let's see. See if we can just do it real quick. The grill on the alley. All right. So first he goes here. And if you're watching our live stream, you can see we're going here. The grill on the alley, which is probably something that we can't afford. It's a little restaurant here.
Oh, yeah.
So he goes there. He starts his night there. He meets a friend, Rumi Davis.
That almost looks like the same restaurant that we went to where the
The
killer-
chef?
Yeah.
Dude, I was just thinking that, honestly. Yeah, I literally was thinking that. The chef that cooked his wife.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It does kind of look like that for some reason. The one that Natasha ate there?
Yep.
Like she ate the remains of that guy's wife?
Yep.
Yeah, and now she's trying to like say that she never went there,
Mm.
but she actually consumed some of the sauces that were mixed with woman. Okay, he starts here. He meets his friend Rumi Davis. This is the grill on the alley. After that, now the chauffeur waits outside. I don't know. I never had a chauffeur. That would be fucking. We should get one for the night. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, then he goes to the place called Trader Vic's.
Like Trader Joe's,
yeah,
but his cousin.
Trader
His
Vic's.
Cholo cousin.
So let's see how far this is from it. So it goes all the way. Jesus Christ. No, that can't be right. There's no way he went all the way the fuck over there.
Well, maybe it's far.
Yeah, Polynesian restaurant. That's it. Yeah. Because I put a
Cool.
Polynesian themed restaurant in Beverly Hilton. I was like, Beverly Hilton?
Wow.
What the fuck is that?
It's in the hotel.
Oh, that makes sense. So after the damn, that is a long fucking drive.
That's a big hotel
But
too.
like-
Oh, but then
But in California, that's not that far of a drive. Like everything, it takes so long to get
Everything.
everywhere
Just
because it's such a
assume
big state.
traffic.
and he's
Yeah.
in a limousine too. So like the party is in the limousine too. You know what I'm saying? So he's
Mhm.
driving.
The chauffeur.
I mean, yeah, he's getting driven around. So after that, after that, now this is all one night. I mean, can you imagine? This guy's like spending thousands of dollars. All right, after that, he goes to Dana Tana's. And if you guys have ever been to any of these, so this is on St. Monica. Let's see how far this one is.
Dantana.
Good Lord. He drives back.
All the way back to Santa Monica.
Shit. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of mileage on that limousine.
A lot of traffic, I'm sure. Even if it's actually probably 15 minutes away, it's probably an hour with traffic over there.
And who goes to 3 fucking restaurants? Like, what the
Maybe he was hungry. Maybe maybe there was a long wait and he didn't want to go there.
You want your cocktails at the Polynesian place.
Uh-huh.
You want your dinner at the, what was it?
Italian.
The Italian. Absolutely. I want some spaghetti and meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So
you
he
go to dessert and after dinner drinks at another restaurant.
So
This is totally plausible if you had a shit ton of money and all the time in the world.
So most people like us, we do this thing called pre-gaming. Where we-
shots.
We drink here
Everybody!
and then bring a flask into the bar.
Yeah. They also make bracelets now for women. That's like
I
a
have
flask.
one. Tara gave me one for my
Yes.
birthday.
There
All right.
you go.
After
It's
Dana,
kind of chunky, but it's nice.
It functions.
Yes.
after Dana Tana. Now this whole thing started at 7:00 p.m. So now,
Eastern Standard Time or Pacific?
so now it is around midnight, and they're
Minus
at
12. Minus 12. Minus
they're at Dana Tana's in West Hollywood, and then the chauffeur picks up Phil Spector and a woman named Lana, from what he said, a quote, a tall, beautiful woman, end quote. And he takes them to the House of Blues,
Hmm.
which is a nightclub in Hollywood. So let's
We've
go
been
there.
to a House of Blues. when we went to go see
Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah, so this is it. This is pretty close to his house, I think. So he drives all the way back over. Jesus fucking hell, man. Is that not a long fucking
It
way?
looks far. It does look far.
I mean,
This is definitely not a direct route.
Another reason why I shall never live in California. Everything's so far away.
I mean, that's a busy fucking night. He's been to 3 restaurants and 1 bar. I mean, is that not a...
It's a lot, but for someone that is living that lifestyle, totally feasible.
Okay. So, I misspoke.
For us, it's like I'm literally like, oh my God, I gotta pick up my food for dinner. This is like,
No, what's in gin? Okay.
okay.
All right, let me make this clear because I kind of misspoke a little bit. Lana, this tall, beautiful woman, was at the House of Blues. So the chauffeur is going to take both of them. Now, Phil Spector doesn't know this woman. She's just there and they meet. You know, he's got the hair and the coke. So anyway, they get back into the chauffeur's car, the limousine, and then they drive back to the estate, right? Let's see where that shit's at compared to where this is. So here we go. Jesus fuck. So, and then they're back here. So that was at 2 a.m. when they left the House of Blues. So that was a long fucking night. I'm exhausted from doing
Yeah,
that.
it's like it's time for bed.
what a commute. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Man, sitting in the car puts me to sleep. I'm exhausted just looking at the Google Maps.
I fall asleep in the car like nobody's business.
Hopefully not while you're driving.
Well, there has been a time.
Oh,
At 3 a.m., they arrived at the estate in Grandview, and the chauffeur, like always, the routine is he pulls around back the car. He lets Phil Spector and whoever's in the car. This night it was a woman named Lana Clarkson, and they go out. You know, he opens the door. Good evening, sir. You know, go bang or whatever. They walk into the house, and then the chauffeur gets back into the car, and it's very specific because this guy is very demanding. So the chauffeur then pulls around the back of the mansion, and he waits there for exactly 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Not 19.
No, 20
Not
minutes.
21.
Like some of these celebrities are like, you know, oh my God, there's blue M&Ms here. I only wanted red. Which I would totally be like if I was fucking a celebrity.
and you change it every place you go. No, this time it's the blue.
Yeah. All right.
You can buy them like that now, so it's not that difficult.
Really?
Yeah, you can.
No, that's
order
not.
them
I want
online?
someone to actually take
To
each
pick them
one.
out to separate. This is what I want you to do. I want you to dump out a family-sized bag of M&Ms and pick out exactly the brown ones. And I don't want to eat anything but the brown ones.
Just
and next
like the
time
wedding
I'll
planner?
only have
No, here's what I would do, because I'm such a dick. Since they make them, and since you could buy blue and red, I would tell them to buy all the separate colors and then mix them together, and then take out all of them except the blues.
Thank God we're not rich and famous. Man, you would be like horrible. Well, way more horrible than you are today.
All I'm asking for is a freaking boat so I can name it Yacht Murder to Me. This guy's over here like, I'm gonna make them pick out all the M&M colors.
We're gonna get like a single, like a rowboat, and that would be Yacht Murder to Me.
I'd be okay with that. Like a freaking kayak or something.
Dude, why have we not... Dude, for the 400...
Kayak Murder to Me?
For the-
Is that what you're...
No, for the
Oh,
400...
that's a good one.
For the 400th episode, should we not do a murder on a yacht and then name the episode Yacht Murder to Me?
How much is this going to cost us?
No, just
To do
do
the
the
episode.
episode. Like
About a yacht.
about a yacht
Oh,
murder.
oh.
We can't afford a yacht, obviously.
Oh,
I mean, if we
can
could,
rent,
we would already-
we can like rent one for the afternoon, but that is
Yeah.
I don't know how
cost
to
us.
I don't know how to drive that fucking thing.
Somebody else can.
Yeah, you just hire them.
Oh, do you?
Also, there is a program in which it's kind of like a rental service. Like
Yeah.
you pay a certain amount of money,
But you have the boat for the summer.
Oh,
yes.
nice.
Well,
shit.
it's kind of like you find out what's available. That when you want it, you reserve it.
Yeah.
But you pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
still-
Why haven't we done that?
We do not
'Cause
have
you
that
haven't
kind of like extra
offered to
cash
fucking
lying
pay.
around.
All right. At exactly 3:20. So he drops them off at exactly 0300, which is what, Nicole?
Sorry, what time?
0300.
Okay, 3 o'clock.
Good job. Proud of you.
Yeah. I was like -12. Wait, 3. You like no, that doesn't work.
The chauffeur drops the 2 off at exactly 0300, and 20 minutes later. So what time would that be?
0320.
No one says it like that. 03. Wait,
20.
do they? Fuck, I don't know. All right. At 3:20 a.m., the chauffeur gets out of the car, grabs a leather bag that is inscribed on it P.S. for Phil Spector.
Right.
And then he hands it to Phil outside of the door. It is
That's
routine.
a
They
cool
always do
abbreviation.
P.S.
P.S. I'm now NP, which is pretty cool. Like NP, no problem.
Yeah. I'm JK.
That is a good one
that.
too.
No, you're not. You're JC.
My middle initial is K.
I think you need to change your last name to Collins with K.
A lot of
Or
people,
I could be JC, just chilling.
Well, a lot of people call
That's
me
true.
JC.
That works.
As Jesus Christ, their Lord.
I thought you were going to say JC. JC.
All right. So, all right.
In
Inside this leather bag was a DVD player, a cell phone, personal items, and a pack of blue pills.
Oh, like the little blue pill?
Yeah, which is what?
Viagra.
Bring.
I don't like that. I don't like you did that.
I just
noise.
popped like 7 Viagra for the story, so
Ew.
we're gonna get. This is gonna be kind of hard and throbbing. Wait. Jeez.
Hang on, I need to
That's
get some
terrible.
more alcohol.
I don't like that joke.
Do you need any more alcohol? You're at this point, you're the one that needs to drive to Basil to pick up the food.
Yeah, I'll drive. I don't give a shit. Can you read the next one?
No. Oh, I was gonna get some more champagne.
Yeah, give me a beer. Well, have Jen read the next one then.
Okay.
Well, she doesn't know how to read.
Number
Let
2?
me, let me read. I mean, she gonna mess it up.
I will not mess it
Someone
up.
just go get the champagne.
Where is it?
It's on the bar. It's not in the
All right. Oh my God! What the fuck is going on?
Okay, you will sit down now.
What the fuck?
It's on the bar.
We literally drank one drink.
We split the
Look,
bottle.
they're yelling at us now. Just read the damn thing.
Number 2?
Did you already read number 1? We're going in order.
You know what? Sometimes you're like, oh, I forgot that one or something. I spoke to a police officer who told me the following. Several officers received a radio call to respond to 1700 South Grandview for a possible gunshot heard. Dispatch further advised that the caller's boss had a gun in his hand and a woman was shot inside the residence. 2 officers responded to the backside of the residence off Alta Vista and watched the back. The other officers set up a command post at the front of the residence off of Grandview. Our Souza gave them the further information, including a suspect description.
So that was from the forensic guy, Dr. Henry Lee. So, all right, let me talk about this Phil Spector for a second. I'm just going to go over his background. It's going to be really quick, okay? Because we're focusing here on the murder or, who was this dead woman? But I need to at least go over who this guy is. Phil Spector was a, quote, little man with lifts in his shoes, wig on top of his head, and 4 guns, end quote. That's what one of the people in the industry said. When he was 17, so he was born in the Bronx, and he became a guitar player, piano player at a very early age, and he was considered a musical prodigy, even at an early age. He started playing guitar, and he started a band at 17. Do you know the band's name by any chance?
Don't.
The band at 17 years old, he started this band called The Teddy Bears, and they hit their one song top 1 of the Billboard Greatest Hits in 1958. The song was called To Know Him Is to Love Him. That was the engraving on his father's tombstone who committed suicide earlier.
Oh, wow. I would have opened that, Jen. Is there a hole in the ceiling because you opened it?
I don't think so.
So this is them right here.
Did you get John a beer? Oh
Yeah,
my.
there's a beer right here. I brought this for him.
Perfect.
Bullshit. I want a new one. I want it cold.
It's cold.
Get. You better get. Jeez. So this is him right here. Now let me talk about this really quick. This is I'm not going to dive into this, but Phil Spector is known for his wall of sound. Do you know what a wall of sound is? It's a technique. Now Phil Spector is known primarily as a producer, not a musician. Even though he's extremely talented as a musician, he is mostly known for his record producing.
Is he the one on the left? Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jen, do you know what the wall of sound is? That was his technique, and it is the thing that made him successful.
Is it when you can hear sound on both sides of your head?
No, that's called stereo, or in your case, schizophrenia.
That was pretty funny, actually. I mean, like, if it wasn't about Jen.
I know, it's okay. I'll take it. It's fine.
Don't worry, Lauren and I are setting you up with some people. Again.
Okay, British
Set me
people?
up.
Yes.
Okay.
Set me up.
Hot geeks.
Oh God, no.
Jen's like,
I mean,
okay,
they
all
make
right.
money, so
At least it's better than pot dealers, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
That's all right. We
You're right.
absolutely.
correct.
Okay.
I mean, like but yeah.
All right. Let me tell you about the wall of sound. You really have it. The technique. Now he's a producer. It is really a technique of the time. Back then,
It's a sign of the times.
there was pretty much only mono recordings. Which, do you understand the difference between mono and stereo?
What
Yes.
Jen said.
So mono is mostly used for podcasting. I don't use it. I use stereo because I'm fucking, my favorite murder use stereo, so I do that too.
Amazed.
Anyway, so stereo is, and it's not going to sound, you're not going to be able to tell with this, but if the instrument, like let's say a guitar is on the left side and the drums are on the right side, stereo, you can hear out of both ears the position of where all the instruments and singers are in the studio.
Right. Can I ask a question?
That makes it more of a immersive experience.
Yes.
Like, for example, what I meant, but you can hear on both sides. Like, for example, the song "Green Eyed Lady," like
how it plays.
it
and-
goes through your brain, and you can hear it out the. That's what I was talking about when I meant on both sides.
But
that you-
it's actually
Bum.
like it's how they record.
Bum, bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum, bum, bum.
It
And it sounds like it's going through your head. And it's the coolest thing ever.
The
but
reason
that's recording in stereo.
you don't, so
If it was mono, you would hear the same thing in both.
the
Right.
exact same thing, which our podcast is like that. Ours is dual stereo, so it's stereo signal in both ears. Now, and stereo being, all right, so if I'm over here,
'Cause if
it's going to be more of your right ear hearing it.
I know what you
left
mean.
ear
Like
hearing
certain songs, if you were to hear, like take your headphone away like this,
it. Yeah.
or you would not hear certain notes.
Yeah, exactly.
No, what I'm talking about is that specific example. It like sounds like it's going through your
But
body.
it's because certain things are only playing. It's because it's recorded in stereo.
Right, or like for example, like when Lady Gaga's song "Just Dance," half psychotic, sick, hypnotic.
Well, now they
it's
do
like
it-
going back and forth.
Yeah, and that is because it's
In
it's
stereo.
truly going back and forth in the
Right.
left and right.
Well, it's two different recordings. It's not just the one lyric.
Right, and it's playing. One is only going in the left.
Yeah.
One's on the
All
right.
right, so
we're
tell
saying
me
the
about
same
this.
thing.
Okay,
We're
tell
saying
me
the same
about
thing.
this
We're
wall
agreeing.
of sound.
Well, why don't you tell me about it, Jen?
I'm asking
All right,
you to
so
tell me.
the reason most podcasts recorded in mono is because if we're talking on the microphones and then you move your head and your sound gets picked up more on the left side than the right side, that's not good for people who, let's say, are at work and just listening with one earphone or whatever. That's why you have to have the same kind of sound in both ears. But I want to say Phil Spector did not record in stereo. He abhorred the use of stereo. He thought it was an abomination when that method of recording came out. And
Did he think
used,
it was too non-traditional? Like,
no, he thought it was fake, which it kind of is. So stereo it's like a fake immersive experience. Like, okay, but it's not real. He used this thing called the wall of sound for his, which in all of his, all the artists he produces with, he'll be in a studio and he'll layer several instruments. Let's say there's one guitar player for a band. Okay, you're playing this one riff. Well, let's call in 5 more guitar players and all play that same thing at the same time. It gives us this bigger dimension of sound, and he does that with every instrument. So he'll have
it's like a chorus, but with
exactly. Yeah. So for singers, and if you hear like the Ronette song and stuff like that, and the Tina Turners and stuff back in the day, there's a reason.
And Tina Turner are not in the same period.
He produced for Tina Turner.
Well, I'm saying like what Phil Spector produced, you can tell because it's like right there, but that's because it's so much sound. And he would actually do this weird thing. He would only record at the Los Angeles Gold Star studio because it had this large echo chamber. And here I'm going to show you kind of what I'm talking about with this. It's kind of crazy. So here's the studio. You see it's very large, and the sound will bounce off everywhere, which normally is not a good thing. You wouldn't want that, but he had a different technique of doing it with this studio. And that was, he would set up hundreds of microphones and he would capture the sound, he would let the instruments play, he would let the singers sing, and he wouldn't capture the sound. He would actually let them sing, let it reverb, send it into a microphone, and then send it back out, the signal back out into the echo chamber again. And then once it bounces back again, that's when he'll record it to tape. So, I mean, unless you're an audiophile, you're really not going to notice it. But you can definitely tell, if you are, some of the really old songs that he produced were mastered at a different level than others. They just sounded like they were just right there. And at the time, that was revolutionary. This was like before stereo, like I said, and stereo is kind of like a cop-out or whatever. This was revolutionary at the time. And now it's not, which is kind of why he washed out, right? Because once stereo and stuff like that, and then, he puts out this technique and people copy it, and now everyone can kind of do it. You know what I'm saying? He's not really a musician, he's a producer.
Right. But still, you would think well, yeah, okay, never mind. He's a producer, so if everyone wants to go the stereo route, he's on his own. And people are like, "Oh, I want to go with what the cutting edge."
Well, yeah, because think about it. If you're a band,
I get it.
If you're a band, okay, you got to hire 10 guitar players to do a layer sound. Like, okay, I mean,
so by the time
that's a lot of money.
This breaks, he is on the outs in the music industry.
Well, no, during this time, he was the biggest thing in music. Now, but this only lasted for like 20 years. But I'm talking about during this time, 2003. Yeah, okay. He's washed out.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Got it. Technique wise.
Yeah, and plus with the plugins now, or excuse me, the software nowadays with the computers, you can like, for instance, there's plugins and software that I can make it sound like the whole Abbey Road freaking album if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, things are just so advanced nowadays. Like, you don't need a producer like this anymore, because you're not going to be able to tell, really, unless you're an audiophile and you're just sitting there with these $1,000 headphones. Does that make sense? Anyway, So just one more thing. He produced records for Tina Turner, Cher, the Ramones, and more people. He even produced the Beatles' Imagine album.
That's John Lennon. That's not the Beatles.
The John Lennon.
Sorry, I as a Beatles fan, I have to correct.
That's a big accolade, though, for, like, that's a big album to have under his belt.
Yeah, the Imagine album is like one of the most sold. The real title, the extended title.
Don't do it. I know you're gonna make a joke.
He's not.
I'm not. The extended title is Imagine If We Made Decent Music.
Why did you believe in him?
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, bro, there's an extended title. Like, what the fuck?
I can't believe you, Jen, that you think he would compliment your most idolized
Because it didn't sound
musician of all time.
It didn't sound like a compliment. It sounded like a fact. Because I thought he would not sacrifice the dignity of his podcast to make a joke at the expense of the Beatles.
The Beatles blow
But it
dick,
wasn't even
yo.
the Beatles. It was just John Lennon. John Lennon.
He is one of the greatest musicians of
No,
all time.
Yoko Ono is the greatest musician.
No.
Oh my God!
Listen,
Don't.
no,
Okay,
but John Lennon produced. I'm not
like, let
arguing.
me do a face off.
No. I'm fine. John Lennon produced that album.
No, he
ma-
didn't. Phil Spector produced it.
That was John Lennon.
He wrote. He was the writer.
Sorry, this is a champagne talk. That was John Lennon's album.
This is where I will take over.
Yes, go ahead. Because I have to catch a flight in the morning.
What time?
8:15.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that was John Lennon's album. That wasn't a Beatles album. That was after the Beatles had broken up already.
I mean,
One
All
of the
right.
greatest musicians of all time.
And his message.
you know who is a great musician? Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. You know, he
Can you
produced.
keep going?
He wrote Symphony of
It is my
Destruction.
birthday. I decree it.
Oh, tis on
Tis
this
what I
day.
proclaimed.
Tis what she proclaimed. On this
I
day,
have
the
not said
anniversary of
that.
her birth, she decreed that he shall stop. Cheers.
If I'm gonna pull it once today, it's for that.
If
All right.
we get a decree on our birthday, I want to start doing that now. That we get
All right.
one decree.
Let me get a stamp.
That's the last I'm talking about Phil Spector, right?
Okay.
Let's talk about the victim, and then let's go the horrible way her body was found. I know that's what you want to do anyway. So
I'm here for the gruesome. Yes.
Lana Clarkson, she is an actress. She was the one that was found dead on the marble floor. She was Marilyn Monroe inspired. However, she was over 40, and I guess in Hollywood,
That's old.
you done.
I would be an old broad at 32.
But-
40 is a new 30 in Hollywood.
But
I mean, Hollywood actors are older than we are, and they're
Yeah,
still
but
beautiful.
they can also afford thousands and thousands and thousands.
I'd rather
of
be natural.
surgeries.
Like, I'd rather be natural than look plastic.
and plumpers.
so this is
You don't
her
need
right
any
here.
of that. You gorgeous.
This is her right here, Lana Clarkson. She is most known for her roles in B movies.
She kind of looks like Michelle Pfeiffer.
She was in Knight Rider, Who's the Boss, The A-Team.
More like Busy Phillips to me. Like older Busy
And
Phillips.
she actually does appear topless. If you see my search history, I looked it up. She does do a topless role. I'm just kidding.
Isn't there there's a website that you can look up any movie to see where the top
Yeah,
scenes
Mr.
are.
Skin. Yeah,
where the nips are, I think.
but she does, and her titties are pretty nice. All right, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I didn't look it up.
I will hurt you.
I mean, I did look it up, but it was for research. All right. So B-rated movie actress. However, she was a very hard worker. She was past her prime, and in Hollywood, that means she's not going to get the top roles anymore. She started doing pinups, which now it's literally now, and I'm not making a joke. It is literally the equivalent of doing OnlyFans at this point. Once you hit that point, or being a stripper or something, once you hit that point, you can't really go back. I'm not trying to make a joke, but a famous actress or an actress, inspiring actress, she goes down that road. You know what I'm saying? And now it's kind of...
Show a tit or some vag, and now you're in a whole new
Yeah.
ball game.
So...
You don't have to show your tits or your vag. You can go to feetfinder.com and sell pictures of your feet.
I think I'm missing out. I feel like I'm leaving dollars on the table by not on Feet Finder, honestly.
Past her prime. Actually, she... Nicole was throwing out all of her underwear today, so if anybody wants it, most of it's like stained and stuff.
I was going through my underwear today.
You know, that's a good day to go through your underwear. It's your birthday.
I was like, this week I'm gonna go through my closets, and it included like the bathing suit drawer and the underwear drawer and the bra drawer, because I have not purchased a bra.
Lauren, what the fuck? Now you want to take my girlfriend, my wife.
She wants to hang out because we're setting up Jen. This is what we're doing. This is what happens when
Bidding
we're
started
drunk
at
on a weeknight.
Nicole, it says Nicole get drunker so we can FaceTime. You don't have to be drunk to FaceTime with you, Lauren.
Also true.
Did y'all hear my 400 shots idea?
I feel like we could easily get there with just who's on here tonight.
But I feel like also, like, I'm the drinker of the three of us, and even I'm like, ooh, I don't know.
All right, let me talk.
I did do 21 drinks on my 21st birthday.
So I'll put her photo on.
Proud of you.
I'll put her photo on talkmore.com. Lana Clarkson.
My 21st birthday.
Lana Clarkson. Now she was a hustler. I definitely admire her because she was always networking. You always knew she was in the room. She was always talking to this person, that person. Oh, Phil Spector's here. Let me talk to her. She's networking. But she wasn't afraid to take even the waitress jobs or whatever. She'll do little car washes and stuff like that. She was a hustler. And it's just so sad that she was past her prime. She was inspired by Marilyn Monroe. But honestly, from being a content creator for all these years, I started to realize that you really have to be the first in whatever you do. So if you're trying to be like Marilyn Monroe, there was already a Marilyn Monroe. Does that make sense? So you're not going to actually get to that same height as her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's already a My Favorite Murder. Like, why?
Yeah. But
Why bother?
Speaking of Marilyn Monroe, did you guys know that they released a bunch of, they declassified a bunch more of the JFK documents?
More? Since the summer?
Mm-hmm. Just recently. That's one of my requests.
Magic bullet.
All
right. Can you read the next one, please? Are you too drunk?
She's not too drunk, but I would like to tell
you absolutely.
I want Lauren to know. I want Lauren to know that I'm looking for not just Brits, but tall Brits.
All right,
you can also relocate to Charleston.
Jen made out with a British couple.
No,
and the woman and the guy.
No, that's not true.
She's like,
no. The wife was present and witnessed.
I'm like, anyway, Jen, we got to get on stage.
I didn't make out with the wife.
After the show. Her head was No, wait.
Look like a fucking idiot.
On February 4th, the day after the killing, authorities searched Clarkson's website, where they learned of her admiration of Marilyn Monroe. This is not to imply, she wrote in one posting, that I wish to live the sort of lonely, narcotic-shrouded existence she did. What I love about her is her essence, her work, and her commitment to it. I have been blessed to work in an extremely difficult industry, but my opinion have not even begun to reach my full potential. I have a pounding in my head against plexiglass ceiling, trying to break through to a completely different level for a while now. God willing, this is the year it will happen. Keep your eye out for a new quality of work from Miss Clarkson.
Interesting that she used the term plexiglass ceiling. Does that mean because it was harder for her to break through than the regular glass ceiling because glass is more fragile than plexiglass?
Yeah, like I said, she's over 40, and apparently that's the thing in Hollywood. All right, let's talk about her body because she wanted to be famous, and I mean, this story really isn't that famous. It's crazy, But anyway, let's talk about how her body was. The police get there.
Oh, got it. I thought you meant like in general while she was alive. I'm like, why are we?
No. I'm talking about her corpse. Let's talk about her corpse. So the police get at the house. We're going back to the house of the night. The chauffeur actually jumped in Phil's car and he drove down the sidewalk or out the gate. He actually called the secretary, Phil Spector's secretary first, asked why he did that is because he didn't know the house address. But she didn't pick up anyway. Then he immediately called the police. They get there. And there's this whole weird thing we're going to go over about him not wanting to give himself up to be arrested. We're going to go over that. But Lana, she was sitting on a chair, dead, no pulse. Her body was, from what the forensic pathologist and the coroner would later surmise, the body was actually moved there and positioned. Quote, blood had drained from her ears, mouth, and nose. That her skin was cool to the touch, and that she showed no signs of life, end quote. That's what the emergency tech said. By the body, so she was shot, that one gunshot. By the body, there was a small caliber revolver with a brown wooden handle, and it laid next to her calf. And this is the photo here. I'll put these on talkmore.com if you want to describe that.
It looks like she's wearing stockings, like tights. and that's along her leg.
So let me go back for a second. Let me have you think about this. What did the chauffeur see when Phil Spector opened the door?
Legs.
Well, yeah,
Blood.
yeah. But what was Phil Spector holding?
A gun.
A gun. But yet the gun is right here.
Well, that's
Oh.
weird.
Exactly.
Are there two different guns?
No. What the reason I'm saying that is you'll find out in a second.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, we both.
This is-
Oh yes, we both. Oh yes, we both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, we both reached for the gun. Chicago.
This is the gun right here. It is a beautiful gun. It reminds me of a lot of the 44 caliber, but this is a small caliber right here. This is a 38 special. It's a Colt Cobra. It's got a snub-nosed barrel, which reminds me of the 44. I think this is a beautiful looking gun. You see the rounds
It's tiny.
Yeah, a little short.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel
It's-
like that's one that ladies would keep in their purses.
Yeah.
yeah, it is. But 38 special is a pretty. It'd kill you. I mean,
Hold
obviously.
on loosely. That's a band, right? 38 Special.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't sure where you were going with your musical reference.
So this is a
And
the
that's
Colt,
unusual for me. We're usually on the same page.
I know.
this is the Colt Cobra right here. As you see, there are 5 live rounds right here, and then 1 spent round.
Mm.
So this is a 6-shooter resolve. This is a 6-shooter revolver with 1 round spent. Okay, so that's the actual murder weapon right there. Now this is another photo of her and the gun, kind of a.
She's got Mary Jane's
I
on.
was just gonna say that.
She's got what?
Mary Jane's. It's a type of shoe.
Yeah, she does. I actually wrote that. Yeah, Black Mary Jane shoes.
Yeah, she does.
Well, I don't understand
It's
what that was.
where the
I
it's
was-
where
style
the
of-
strap.
I was like,
it's where
hopefully
the
these-
strap is
Yeah.
not around the ankle, but across the foot.
Yes.
I was like, hopefully these women know what the fuck that is.
You know what? I used to wear saddle shoes when I was in school.
Really?
Not in high school, but like in elementary school. My mom got me saddle shoes.
Did you wear that thing that Tom Hanks wore in Forrest Gump with the legs?
You mean like?
Wow.
Did
That's pretty
you?
terrible. Why would you assume that? Because I'm not
Oh, shit,
smart
it's
like
true?
Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump was smart. I mean, in his own way, like a box of chocolate smart.
Now
I
I
guess.
really want to watch Forrest Gump.
That's one of my favorite movies of all
It is a
time.
great.
We could
fucking
watch it while we're
movie.
waiting for Basil.
While John picks it up,
Yeah.
because we can't. Clearly,
I mean, I could. I
I
won't.
could. It's only 2 minutes away, but
We shouldn't.
All right. Well,
We
yeah.
still have to order.
it's definitely. Yeah, I know.
So
This is gonna be a while.
So this is some of the photos I'm kind of going over here. This is the foyer where she was found.
Oh,
Oh, look at that
red
gross carpet. This was in 2003.
It's like
Now-
they wanted it to be a red carpet. all
like
the time.
yeah, like the Emmys, or the Oscars at your
Yeah.
house.
I-
I don't like that.
I do want to say that. So this is 2003. That house Phil Spector bought for 1.1 million, which is a lot of money to us. But is it to like a movie star?
When
It
did he
depends
buy
on
it?
how
In
much you have
1998.
in your bank.
1998.
For
But
1
these-
million?
Yeah,
Yeah, 1 million.
That's still like that's like
And-
it's
and it's-
probably a $3 to $4 million house.
But
today,
it's not.
right?
But the location is not in Hollywood.
Right.
It's actually. So he actually said a
I'd
quote
say it's
about it.
probably like $6 million today.
You think?
Yeah, because of the crime and also because of inflation. I'd say that's probably a 1 million
I wasn't
house.
considering the crime.
A $1 million house back then in the 80s in California is probably equivalent to me the price that I bought my house for.
He said
That's cray.
in an interview with Esquire magazine about the house. He said, "quote A beautiful and enchanting castle in a hick town where there is no place to go that you shouldn't go." End quote. The castle, he called it the castle, the Pyrenees Castle. It was built in 1926. I mean, obviously, that carpet's terrible. And look, carpet in the bathroom.
Don't like that. Oh, and a red
Red
Oh
toilet.
dear.
Don't like it.
I
No.
mean, when we bought this house, it
If you-
had carpet in the bathroom.
If you have bloody shits, I hate that word. Why do I say that?
and the toilet over here had a wooden toilet seat. Did you know?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it was bad. This house was ugly.
Yeah, it was.
Oogly.
You've done so much to this house.
We have.
Well, I have too. Damn it!
Yes,
I
we.
meant you.
It's
You,
a- she said
collective.
we.
Collective.
All right, let's get on with this.
You know, I'm getting toilets for Christmas.
That's a good gift. I don't regret the new toilets that we have gotten
Are you gonna poop in them?
because like there's something to be said about the appropriate height of a toilet.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
all right,
getting
can
chair
we-
height.
can
I
we-
have tiny toilets.
I know you do. I know you do.
That sounds like a
It
personal
will.
problem. All right,
It will make a world of a difference.
I know.
This-
my back home we have regular sized
I'm
toilets.
telling you, girl. You
There-
made it.
there was blood. There was blood on the grip and the trigger guard. But as you see here in this photo, there's no blood on or that you can see anyway. Oh, well, you can see the blood right here.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Man, this red carpet's got to go. But yeah, you
Needs
can
to
see the
go.
blood here.
Too bad it wasn't like blood red. It's just red. I feel like you would still be able to see blood stains on that carpet.
So there was blood on the grip and the trigger guard and the right side of the cylinder. So all the location of the blood is going to be important. She was pronounced dead at 6:25 a.m. So this beautiful actress, a little over 40, couldn't really jumpstart her career again. Goes to Phil Spector's house. A few hours later, boom, a blast goes off. She's dead. So did he do it or not? That's what we're going to decide. The pathologist report said that she was, quote, sitting stiffly in a chair, end quote, legs extended straight, toes pointed inward, black jacket, black lace, rhinestone decorated slip, black panties, black bra, black pantyhose, black Mary Jane shoes, arms down by her side. There was brain tissue of hers found on the sleeves of her
Dress?
of her sleeve, on the sleeves, on the buttons, the buttons that made up her sleeves. Coroner Dr. Luis Pena said the following, that on Lana's, now this is very important, on Lana's wrist there were bruises, what he called resistance injuries. That was his exact term.
So she was fighting back.
This man said, Dr. Pena said that she had fought with an assailant who was trying to kill her. Furthermore, her tongue was bruised.
Oh, what?
Now, I'm not going to tell you his exact quote about why the tongue was bruised. I'm just going to kind of leave it there and let you linger on it for a while and think about it yourself. But if you want to read the next one, Nick Weeze, if that is your name, what is your name?
I don't know. But it's my birthday. Go, shorty. It's my birthday. You're definitely gonna have to pick up dinner. Am I on number 3?
Oh God.
Who,
Let me
me?
read it, man.
I can read it. Let me read. I can
Guys,
read.
No. Number 4.
This is going to be a podcast episode, so it's got to sound like, good.
That I'm like sober, but I'm not.
You don't
I'm
have to be
not.
sober. You just have to know how to read.
So let her, Nicole can probably handle that, Jen.
But if you're asking me military time, Jen, I'm calling it to you.
Okay, I'll tell you, guys. I know military time.
Okay,
good.
we're not bringing that up anymore,
Okay.
so.
Her head was tilted to the left and flexed down slightly on her chest. Her upper central incisor teeth appeared to be broken and missing. A small bluish discolored area was noted below her left eye Lopez. A handbag was over
She
her.
wore a condom on her under her left eye.
What?
That's why they called her Left Eye Lopez.
a condom?
What the fuck are you talking about? How do you wear a condom on
Lisa
your eye?
left eye. Lisa
Jen,
left eye.
Just
What?
That's what
they were called her left eye because she didn't have a left eye. That's why they called her left eye. She wore a condom on her eye? What are you fucking talking about?
Also, what?
Left eye from TLC.
Lisa Left Eye.
That's why they called her that?
When I was in middle school, I thought
she wore a condom.
That's what I thought. She had a condom. Someone said maybe I'm taking this from
What the fuck?
middle school
Why would
that I
you
didn't
wear a
understand. I
Why
don't
would
know.
you wear a condom?
I did not think my random ass comment was gonna lead to this.
Why would someone
When
wear
I
a
was in-
condom?
I don't know. That's why I don't understand. Maybe I was just someone said that in middle school, and maybe I just took that information for the next 20 years with me and didn't know what the truth was.
I thought Lisa Left Eye Lopez was just like her fucking name. I didn't know there was anything else to it.
No,
I knew she died.
She died in a house fire. No, she set the house
No,
on fire. She
freaking-
set the house on. She set the
Oh
tub on
my
fire.
God, we're
She set the-
terrible human
She
beings.
set the tub on
no,
fire.
R.
And her-
Kelly set it on fire after he peed on her. That's what happened.
No.
Okay.
He had flammable pee.
A small bluish discolored area was noted below her left eye. A handbag was over her right shoulder and hung down over the side of the chair, reaching the floor. A moderate amount of blood was noted on the bag. Her face was bloodied about her nose and right cheek, and blood was draining from her right ear. Rigor mortis was present to the extent of 2+ in the neck, 3+ in the hips, and 4+ in the remainder of the body.
Let me explain. I was very naive in middle school, and that was something that I took from a slumber party during 6th grade at someone's house that they said. They were talking about condominiums. No, they were talking about condoms. They were talking about condoms, and I thought they were talking about condominiums. And I didn't understand, and they said that's why they called her Lisa Left Eyes, because she had a condom under her left eye, and that was something from 6th grade that I've carried with me my entire life.
It was probably the joke was probably she got shot, skeeted in her eye, and lost her eye. That was probably
I
the
don't
joke.
think that was it. I don't think that was it.
Jen, you're kind of like, what's that movie where the guy is trying to figure out how a condom works and he's like blowing it up? It's not a bad thing. Shit. I mean, I'm a hoe. Fuck. I mean, you don't want to be me.
I
Shit.
never said I wanted to be you.
Literally cannot stop itching. down
Okay,
there.
so let me just say, Lopez was named Left Eye after a compliment from her then boyfriend, speculated to be New Edition member Michael Bivens, who once told her that he was attracted to her because of her left eye, which was larger than her right eye.
Oh, I thought she was
So
blind.
she had both eyes.
I knew she had both eyes.
And so,
All right.
so, yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
I mean,
I am so sorry for thinking that for the past
All right.
23 years.
what did you just read? All right. So, all right.
I don't even know.
Let's go back to the house right quick. Let's go back to the
The
house.
odds of us getting basil are going down and down.
Just order it. I'll go get it.
I got a call.
They don't
Okay.
do online order.
I can call right now.
I don't know what I want. I think I do, but I
Pad
don't.
thai.
Just
Chicken
yeah.
pad thai?
I want some egg rolls
Summer
too.
roll? Or egg roll?
I want both. I
Appetizer?
want both.
Egg roll. Summer roll. You just keep going. Let me do this.
All right. So, Jesus fucking hell! What the fuck? What the fuck was that shit? All right.
Oh, now it's not as fun.
Let's go.
I'm just kidding. Nicole's my buddy.
All
You're
right,
my
guys.
buddy too, but you're mean to me.
All right.
Nicole's not mean to
Just
me.
me today.
I'm sorry, John.
All right, let's go back to the house. I got to get this out the way. The cops show up after the gunshot. And Jen, stop. Seriously. The cops show up after the gunshot, and Phil Spector is in the home. He refuses to come out. He refuses to take his hands out of his pocket. And he starts to walk out towards the cops. You know, they have their guns drawn. But then he turns around and walks back in to the home. He puts his hands back in his pocket, which to a police officer is like, well, what do you have in there? Is it
Yeah.
something that could kill me or hurt me? So they tased him, which, you know, that's what the fuck they do, right? That's what you're supposed to do. The police tase him, which would be awesome to see. And then he was treated after that for a, quote, broken septum and a, quote, cracked spine,
Ooh.
which he had neither of. He was just treated for it.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. He was treated in case he did have that?
Yeah, because the defense was using it as a,
Like he had these
like the
things,
police
that's
were
why
brutal.
he wasn't...
Yeah, like the tasering him
Got
was like police brutality or something.
Got it.
It's like, what the grand jury transcripts, Phil Spector initially told police that he had himself shot her, but later that changed. Officer Beatrice Rodriguez was the one that he told that to, and he testified to a grand jury that he said that he shot her. This is going to be very important because he's about to say he didn't shoot her. Okay.
Even though he told the driver that he thought he killed someone?
Yes, he says, yeah, those exact words.
Right. I was paying attention.
But Phil Spector, being a pseudo celebrity, has the money to hire, maybe you've heard of this guy, Robert Shapiro.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
The lawyer.
Yeah, OJ's lawyer. And
no, I thought that was Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, I mean,
oh, he had both of them.
Yeah, Robert Shapiro was on.
That's right, because John Travolta played him in the TV series.
Also, he hired John Gotti's lawyer. So you can see these little details while we're going over it, because it's going to be, they're going to try to get him out of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read what Nicole's supposed to read.
I can read it.
Is it up on her email?
No.
Well, then give it to me. Just go to her email.
It's locked out.
Oh, it's
double 20.
No, it's. Sorry, I was telling her password.
What number?
It's the one that starts with another incident.
Another incident occurred. Prosecutors alleged that the defense withheld a mysterious piece of evidence from them. They claimed a torn piece of Clarkson's artificial fingernail had been overlooked by investigating officials. What's more, prosecutors stated that it was I who found the fingernail and that I had surreptitiously kept it. Such an absurd statement was then leaked to the news media, which then ran the story without checking its veracity. The fact is that there never was a broken fingernail found at the scene.
Yeah, so that was from the book Dr. Henry Lee. So he is saying, and it comes up, that there may have been a broken fingernail. The reason this is so important, guys, is because is it a struggle? And he's about to say he had nothing to do with it. She killed herself. So let's go over the main theories. Number one, it could have been a horseplay accident, right? You think, they could have been playing around with a gun and just blew her head off.
I mean,
the bullet,
the gun?
The bullet went through her mouth and outside the back. The bullet didn't exit, but it was found still in her body, but it was straight through the mouth. So main theory number one, horseplay accident. Main theory number two, suicide. So this is what the defense is going to really harp on. They actually go and pull up Lana's personal history, her email history, and they tried to prove that she was depressed and she committed suicide. She committed suicide, Phil Spector said, because she refused his sexual advances, which is probably true. She refused his sexual advances, which I'll tell you why in a little bit, because multiple women have before. And instead of having sex with Phil Spector, she, quote, and this is the exact quote, this is really important, quote, kissed the gun, end quote. Basically, she put the gun in her mouth and pulled the trigger. If you want to read the one in an interview.
In an interview with Esquire, Phil Spector said, "She had kissed the gun before shooting herself. I have no idea why. I never knew her. Never even saw her before that night. I have no idea who she was or what her agenda was."
Now, he is saying that she kissed this gun and all of a sudden they're just sitting there and he's innocent and she puts his barrel in her mouth and just pulls the trigger. He didn't know this girl. He just met her that night. Yeah, she refused his sexual advances, but then she just grabs this gun and blows her head off. Just right there in the foyer, right? If you want to read the next one.
Said she was loud and drunk when they met. She asked me for a ride home. Then she wanted to see the castle. She grabbed a bottle of tequila from the bar to take with her. I was not drunk. I wasn't drunk at all. There is no case. She killed herself. It's anatomy of a frame-up. I didn't do anything wrong. If they had a case, I'd be sitting in jail right now. He did post a $1 million bond.
Oh, yeah. So Phil Spector did post a $1 million bond. So when they say that, oh, if I'm guilty, why am I not in jail? Well, you did fucking post a bond. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that. They try to get the public opinion changed for him, which is why having those A-list lawyers, that's kind of what they do, right?
Yeah.
Gunshot residue was on Lana's hands. Her blood was on the exterior of the gun. She was shot while the barrel was inside of her mouth. The gun barrel. And let's go back to the gun right quick. I want to just look at this for a second. This barrel was inside of her mouth. It's not
a big barrel at all.
It's a snub nose, very small. So her lips.
That'd be like.
Her lips were.
That's like.
Sucking a thumb.
Yeah.
I used to suck my thumb.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Now she sucks.
Not her thumb.
I stopped when I was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sucked my thumb for a long
Yeah,
time.
I
you
never
did.
had a binky either.
All right. So
I sucked my thumb. I was a bad thumb sucker.
I chewed my nails and I chewed my hair, which is a sign of childhood anxiety, which I learned later in life. I wish my parents knew that because that's what I did. But they just yelled at me instead and said that I was going to have red tape on my fingernails.
My parents would put like awful things on my thumb so I wouldn't suck it. And they would put
like bourbon?
No, like I forget what it was that they would put on
vinegar.
No. And they would put like, I distinctly remember Mickey Mouse slippers that they put on top of the refrigerator. And like, you can't have these slippers until you stop sucking your thumb. If they waited, I would have outgrown them. So they just fucking gave them to me because my feet were.
I always wanted character slippers were big when we were young, like the big character slippers. But I never had them. I did get the what were they called? The something feet, the sneakers.
Happy feet. Yes,
the sneakers. Happy feet. Yes, they were sneakers.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I had those. They were orange.
Those were huge. We're done now.
Sorry
for the moment.
We're not sorry, but you know,
I fell asleep.
We are. You're gonna have to pick up the Thai food. It'll be ready in about an hour.
Oh my God! Please let me get on with this. All right, so the barrel was inside of her mouth. She kissed this gun. So they're just hanging out. You know, he's like, I'm a little horns. I got this big old hair, and I look fucking crazy. You want to roll around in the hay and have sex with me since you're in my castle?
Roll in the hay.
She says no, like many other women have, which we're going to, talk about that. She says no, and then all of a sudden she just pulls this gun, which was hidden inside a little small table, pulls this gun out.
So she found it?
Yeah, found it. All of a sudden pulls this gun out, puts it in her mouth and says, blows her head off.
That sounds likely. Like she just found a gun and is like, let's put this in my mouth.
She kissed the gun. The bullet goes through her brain, which is why there was her brain matter on her sleeves. And then that's it. Even though Phil Spector said that, I think I killed somebody. That's the story they're going with now. And when you have a attorney like Robert Shapiro and the dude that...
That's a famous attorney.
Yeah. We were talking about it when you were gone.
Oh, yeah, you were gone.
I was gone. But I know the name.
So when you have attorneys...
That's Renee's case.
Is it?
That she wants.
Isn't that Kim Kardashian's dad or some shit like that?
No, Khloe Kardashian's dad, but that's
Is that
just
the one
a
with
rumor.
the penis? Who's got the penis now?
What's my mom's
Caitlyn
case?
Jenner, O.J. Simpson.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she got
my
rid
mom
of her
does
penis?
want. My mom does want you to cover OJ.
O.J. Simpson's actually innocent.
But did he publish what I did?
If I did it.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't get any money in royalties from it. All right, anyway.
Keep going. The champagne is in my back.
It's called getting old. That was fucked.
No, Caitlyn Jenner was previously Bruce Jenner, but none of the Kardashian daughters were born male, if that is your question. And they say that OJ is potentially Khloe Kardashian's father, but that is just a rumor.
I don't know. This is what I think
That's
of the
a thing?
Kardashians.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Just
Yeah, I don't
even
know.
recently, he was on a podcast saying something about it.
All right. Anyway,
Had no idea.
so 2 theories so far. Was it horseplay? Look at this. Oh, we playing cowboys and Indians. Boom. End quote. Or was it murder? Or excuse me. Or was it suicide? I don't want to have sex with you. I'm going to kill myself instead. Boom. Theory 3, murder. But friends couldn't believe that. If you want to read the next one.
She said she was.
The guitarist one. Did you already read this? She said she was loud and drunk. Oh my God, you are
I
drunk.
am
You
loud
are-
and drunk.
All right.
Okay.
Her-
No, I got it.
got
Guitarist
it.
and friend
Well,
Dave.
now read it over because she was talking.
I got a little. Guitarist and friend Dave Kessel told Newsman he has been in great spirits and in great shape and feeling so good about everything. This doesn't fit into what I had known about him and where he is.
However, Captain Frank Merriman told the LA Times, quote, "It's not an accident. It's not a suicide. Phil Spector shot her." All right. So what do you guys think so far? Did he do it or did he not do it?
I just don't see why anyone in their right mind would find a gun in a drawer and then put it in their mouth and then shoot themselves.
Well, maybe she was...
Was she cray? No. She said it was the year of her. Like, to expect big things. So I don't think it was intentional from her.
Like, even, like,
All right,
all right,
well,
if you find it, okay,
hold
if
on.
you,
Let me go down this route right quick. I'm going to read her emails that she sent to a friend. Let's kind of mix it up a little bit. I'm just going to read this email, all right? Because you're too drunk. Quote,
I'm not drunk.
this is what she says to her friend. I wish I was busier with fabulous paid acting work, tons of follow-up mailings and paperwork to do. But the depression level I am experiencing due to major financial difficulties makes me feel spent and worn out. I was to attend that party tonight, and instead I'm going to stay home and veg, watching bad free library movies. I'm looking into other gigs. It's tough to find a job these days. I'm so tired of struggling to eat. Anyway, I am normally such a happy, positive person. Seems I am always in the dumps when you check in. I am sorry not to telephone you tonight. This is a different correspondence. I'm sorry not to telephone you tonight, but this way you cannot hear my tears. I am truly at the end of this whole deal. Well, I'm going to hit the hay. I'm beat after tidying up my pad. I really trashed it in the midst of my depression, trying to hold my head up high and know that God has many wonderful things in store for me. For all of us. Over here, things are pretty bad. I won't go into detail, but I am on the verge of losing it all, just hanging on by a thread. That was her email. So,
Can I ask a question?
I mean, I guess.
Yes.
So he said that she committed suicide. She died by suicide. Did he say what the conversation was before she pulled the trigger? Because I just don't. Because I feel like if she did die by suicide, then he would know exactly what she said, and it would be so traumatic for him that it would just be more than she died by suicide. Number one. Number two, if you're out and about, even if you like, if you're struggling with depression, like depression is one of those mental disorders that doesn't it can be chronic and it can be an every single day thing, or it can be, a day where you may be able to get past it, or something happened good and you might be able to to function as normal. I just don't see her going to a famous music producer's house and pulling a trigger on a gun that she just happened to find in a drawer. I
good
just
point.
don't see that happening. And like why would you put a loaded weapon into your mouth?
She was drunk.
But you would cock
And
it and then pull it? Like
No. It was, no, the thing, all you had to do is pull the trigger. There's no like safety and stuff on this. It's in the barrel. You pull the trigger and it shoots.
I mean, I guess maybe I just think that everyone has common sense and maybe everyone doesn't. But why would you put a weapon like that into your mouth?
Do you know what you're doing or do you not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess, but I just don't see it. I just don't see the suicide angle.
It's hard. Yeah, it's a hard one.
Maybe it was an accident. Maybe she was joking around.
But wouldn't he say to her, "Stop, that's a loaded weapon. Don't put that into your mouth"?
See, Shram just said, I once drank and tried to crack my skull open. So when you drink, and you're depressed, you may do things you wouldn't normally do.
I mean,
you
have been there as well.
Yeah.
And it is not a good place to be.
That's true. It depends on your mind state and, where you're at. But I just don't like, she's in an unfamiliar place. Number one. That's the biggest thing is that she's in an unfamiliar place. Why would she choose that night?
Why? I mean, why does that matter? She's in an unfamiliar place.
Because why would she like go into someone's drawer?
Because most suicides happen
in a familiar place at their home.
In private.
It's planned.
Because
it's planned.
But that doesn't mean that she didn't do it.
No, it doesn't mean that she didn't do it, but it makes it less likely that she did.
I would think it would be less likely that it would be planned in advance.
But
for sure.
But like there's then that you take the planning away so it becomes an accident, right? But like still like why
it's an opportunity. In that person's mindset, it's an opportunity.
Yeah, okay. But what are you doing that you're going through his drawer and you find a gun and then you put it in your mouth? Like, I just don't see it. I mean, I guess I could see it. I'm not in that person's mindset, so I can't say for sure 100%. No one knows except for her and maybe even Spector what happened. You don't know. The only people that know are her and Spector. You can't say, and that's the problem.
I would think if I were to at a random person's home and I find that, I would have to be in the lowest state of my entire life to do that in a random home versus my own plan.
But if you look at her emails and her correspondences, she's saying that she's so depressed she doesn't even want to go out.
But she also says she's gonna have the best year ever next year.
Right, but I mean, I just don't like.
She said she trashed her whole pad in a state of depression. Trashed her whole pad.
This may have been while I was ordering our Thai food.
No, you were sitting here.
Okay, I was just drunk then. I'm gonna get the wine.
What do you guys think?
I just don't see it. I just don't see it as a suicidal act. An accident is less likely than likely, but I mean,
so what has to change? What has to change both of you guys' mind? Like, where do I need to go? Do I need to go? All right, so you think it might be a suicide, Nicole? How would I make it? What would you need to feel like it's a murder? And why would it be? Why would he do that? I mean,
she refused his sexual advances.
And plus, like, so that would mean
did he have past history of like mental issues?
Did he have any criminal record at all prior? I mean, like he's
gonna throw his whole life away.
But I mean, but listen, he's a powerful man. He's a music producer and he's produced for major stars. They've been to multiple places at that night, right? So
she was picked up at the last place.
Okay, but he's been to multiple places that night, so I would be remiss in saying that
he
probably wasn't drinking.
All right, he was drinking.
Okay,
do you want to go? Let's go that route right quick.
All right, so they were both. We're all drinking.
Let's go to the alcohol route right quick, and then we'll move on.
Wait, me saying what I was saying, or you're saying what you're saying now?
You're saying that he may have been drunk.
I am saying that he has been drinking. He picked her up. He thought that it was a sure thing in the bag. All right. He's a powerful man. He tries to have sex with her. She says no. He doesn't like that. But also he knows that, if he tries to force himself on it, maybe he tried to force himself on her, and like she might come forward and say like, hey, this guy tried to force himself on me. What is he going to do? Is he going to have himself be a rapist, or is he going to get rid of the problem and say that this mentally ill person died by suicide?
Let's go over the alcohol. I told you it was a big night. We looked at the Google Earth. They went to literally 5 different places. We're not even talking about what I'm going to exclude here is potential drinks in the limousine back and forth. And
which the bubbly goes down fast and easy, as we get to test tonight.
And the drinks that were found at the residence, open bottle of tequila, whiskey. It was a whole smorgasbord of cocktail material that has been drank by one or both of Phil Spector and Lana.
Yeah, it's a good thing we have snacks before the food gets here.
What I'm talking about now is the night of, and we're going to see how much, if any, he had consumed. February 2nd, remember, he was picked up at 1900 hours. They went to the grill, and Rumi Davis, so he went there to see this woman named Rumi Davis, which was a friend. She said later at the trial, quote, later at the trial, Davis would testify that the producer had never in the past touched alcohol in her presence, but now was suddenly ordering drinks, including 2 daiquiris at the grill. She would say that he brushed her off when she warned that mixing alcohol with his medications could prove a lethal combination. That's the first. So we got 2 daiquiris.
Okay. Strawberry.
They go to now we're not talking about the
lime.
We're not talking about in the ride, so he may have had drinks in the ride.
Champagne.
At Trader Vic's, the next one, he ordered 2 Navy grogs, which I think is like a I think it's a Long Island type of iced tea thing.
Oh, I was thinking of a growler.
No, this is what a Navy grog is. It is a, quote, frilly presentation cocktail containing...
It looks delicious.
Containing... So he ordered 2 of these, containing 3 shots of rum each.
Oh,
so,
we should have done this for our episode.
So, all right. So we got 2 daiquiris now.
That's also a rum drink.
We got 2 daiquiris now and 6 shots of rum. And we're only at the second place.
Puerto Rican rum, grapefruit juice, club soda, mint, and honey.
Next, they went to the foundation room at the House of Blues, and he had at least 1 shot of rum.
Rum.
God damn it.
What's in a pink stiletto?
Why is the rum gone?
Can you look up pink stiletto?
That is a brand.
All right. He had at least 1 shot of rum. All right. Over the last 8 years, Phil Spector has been consuming daily Prozac, Klonopin, Neurotonin, and others he could not recall. Others he could not recall at the time.
Who is drunker than most?
His symptoms included the following: sleepiness, depression, mood changes, swings, and I like this one because reminds me of me. Quote, hard to live with, end quote.
You?
Also hard to concentrate.
I said nothing. I did not say a thing.
I don't know if that you think that's John?
Phil Spector said his symptoms were, quote, hard to live with. And then he says hard to concentrate. Then he says, quote, hard, just hard, a hard time getting through life, end quote. So he also reported saying that he was a genius, but you know how they say genius, borderline insanity?
Yeah.
He says
crazy equals genius. It's a Panic at the Disco song.
He says that he is a genius most times, but the other times he is literally borderline insane. He admitted that himself. So, and Anyway. So, is that answer your alcohol questions?
So he's drinking.
He's drinking a lot. And he's taking pills.
I've been drinking.
And
I've
he
been drinking.
And his afro is out to here.
And not only
Surfboard.
that, the briefcase with his, the briefcase that the chauffeur brought to him 20 minutes after they
was
parked.
there a weapon in that?
There was
briefcase?
there was no weapon in it. The weapon was in a side drawer. He has plenty of firearms. Plenty. He's known for firearms.
Okay.
I mean, the quote that we read at first, like he's this guy with platform, whatever. He's known for his firearms, right? I mean, he actually threatened John Lennon at one point.
Shame on him.
But
threatening a pacifist.
I mean, he should have fucking shot him.
Well, joke's on you. John Lennon was shot.
Yeah,
John Lennon was shot on December.
Awkward.
I
think it was 8th.
You know what a good band is? The Monkees.
Hey, with the monkeys.
Okay, we got to get on this. All right.
Just ignore John.
So
he's gonna future cut that because he regrets it himself.
He doesn't regret
I don't
it.
give a shit about that band.
He doesn't like the Beatles or John Lennon or anything that he stands for.
Okay, so listen.
I'm good. I'm good.
Off.
I'm fine. I'm good.
The briefcase found a few feet away from the dead body was open, and 2 of the 3-pack of little blue pills, which is what, Jen?
Viagra.
Were gone. So he had consumed
that
2
was
Viagra.
like a thing back then?
2003.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
Really?
Yeah, it was like an
you're
80s.
You're thinking of Phil Spector circa 1960s for your music album, but this murder happened in 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot more recent than I'm thinking in my head. I'm also drunk.
It's
okay. My birthday.
I'm just reminding you. Go, shawty. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. We're going to sip Bacardi like it's your birthday.
So what is
we don't give a fuck because it's your birthday.
What does everyone think so far? Now with the alcohol, you think maybe it's an accident?
No, I already told you what my thoughts were.
All right, let's go over.
I still think it was intentional.
Let's go over past histories here. If you want to read the one that says Diane Ogden, can you even read anymore?
Diane Ogden, once a friend and talent caster, said she was the last guest at a dinner party Spector hosted in 1989. When she leaned over to kiss him goodbye, he brandished a rifle and screamed obscenities at her. He then got a handgun and pressed the nose of it against her face. He ordered it into his bed.
He ordered her.
He ordered her into his bed and attempted to have sexual intercourse with her, but did not.
Maybe he couldn't get it up.
He was not my Phil. He wasn't the man I loved. I mean, I cared about this man, and it wasn't him. He wasn't like he was demonic, Ogden said.
It was like he was demonic.
It was like he was... Fuck.
I can read.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I am drunk.
What, can you just read that last sentence? That's kind of important.
Hang on.
It was like he was demonic. Just say that.
It was like he was demonic.
I don't know why you said it so weird.
Fucking hell!
All right.
Don't be mean to your wife.
I'm 32 and I'm old.
That reminds
me. And I'm
me.
drunk.
My name is Sally O'Malley. I'm 50 years old and I can kick, stretch, and kick.
Stop
50.
yelling. And it's about time to trade you in for a newer model.
You have to pick up basil pad thai in 20 minutes.
All right. Dorothy Melvin, which was Joan Rivers' manager, said of one encounter she had with Phil Spector the following, quote, "I was sobbing. Why are you doing this, Phil?" At this point, she was at gunpoint.
Oh, damn.
She was, quote, ordered to undress, end quote. She ran away just as Phil Spector picked up his shotgun and started waving it at her. So, one waitress, Melissa Grosvenor, also refused his sexual advances. Quote, "I said no, and he said, 'I've got machine guns and I know where you live.'"
Damn.
End quote. Crazy, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So where are you guys at now?
I still stand by what I said.
Let's hear from Alan Jackson. Alan,
The Alan Jackson,
well,
who you're a fan club member of.
Deputy District Attorney Alan Jackson.
Fuck. Oh my God. I love you, but I hate you.
Did you see the picture I sent you when I was in Nashville of the Alan Jackson cutout that I sent
No,
you?
I have you going to spam.
He got that Stetson hat.
All right.
That is a real Stetson hat.
Did you get that at
Deputy
Goodwill?
I did.
Deputy District Attorney Alan Jackson. Well, gone country. Just look at them
Come
tits.
on down, like,
Look at them boots.
Oh, look at them boots. She's gone country. Look at that butthole.
Oh.
He says that he wanted to expose Phil Spector as a dangerous gun nut who has a, quote, very rich history of violence, end quote. If you want to read this one, Jen, he put a loaded pistol.
He put a loaded pistol in her mouth and shot her to death, the prosecutor said, adding that the prosecutors would present blood splatter evidence indicating Spector was within 3 feet of the victim at the time of her death. He branded the shooting as simply the last of a very long line of women who have been victimized by him, and stated that in each case, a drunken Spector pulled a weapon on a woman he was sexually interested in when she tried to leave his residence. What emerged, Jackson said, is a picture of Phil Spector as a man who, when confronted with the right circumstances in the right situation, turned sinister and deadly.
So what do you guys think so far? So
I think that I have a great anchor voice. That's what I think. But you don't.
That's my only role, Jen. That's my only thing that I have. Okay.
I won't take it from you, I promise.
I can read.
You can read.
But I can't do military time.
The deputy district attorney said the following, quote, this case is about a man who had a history of playing Russian roulette with the lives of women. 5 women got the empty chamber. Lana got the 6th bullet.
Ooh.
But when you're Phil, so what do you guys on live chat think? I'd like to know. Do you think, no, keep in mind, Phil Spector's DNA.
Tarot's here.
Phil Spector's DNA was not found on the gun. His fingerprints were not found on the gun.
Did he have gloves?
However, there was an undetermined person, fingerprint on the gun, and Lana's fingerprint was on the gun. When you're Phil Spector or any actor in Hollywood, you can hire the best attorneys. Robert Shapiro was one of his attorneys as OJ's lawyer. He would say the following, quote, I am convinced that the thorough and accurate investigation of the evidence by the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, its criminalist, and the county coroner will prove that Phil Spector is innocent of any crime. Bruce Cutler, who became the prime attorney later, he is the defense attorney who fought for John Gotti, said the following.
Oh.
Cutler, who once represented mob boss John Gotti, claimed that the night of Clarkson's death, police crashed into Spector's home like stormtroopers, attacked him, hogtied him, tasered him, and figuratively punched him around until he said something. He further held that the statements were inadmissible because the police had not read the producer his Miranda rights.
So let me go over these adhesive lift samples right quick. These are DNA from the samples from the weapon. And then I'm going to ask everyone what they think. Residue from both Lana's hands one second. DNA residue from both of Lana's hands and her tongue were pulled in these adhesive lift samples. I'm thinking it's like tape. Tape, and you pull them.
Uh-huh.
Number 1, she may have discharged a firearm or had her hands in the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we know that. 2, the upper surface of her tongue may have been in the environment of gunshot residue or received gunshot particles from an environmental source. So this is the book we're reading is from the the pathologist guy, right?
Right.
Under UV light, a small amount of fibrous material was on the upper portion of her slip, which is the thing she was wearing. Small white material was on the dress, a piece of coarse dark hair between her breast. Lipstick was container was inside of her bra. She had blood trailing down her jacket, a chipped, broken right thumbnail, which was never found. That was what this guy was accused of stealing, and he didn't. The official cause of death was a gunshot to her head and neck, entry mouth, front to back, and slightly upward. No exit wound. Bullet found embedded in the occipital bone. Other injuries. This is very important. Facial bone fractures, fracture of the hard palate, upper 2 cervical vertebrae, skull bones, tongue laceration, fracture of the esophagus, which is the gullet, back of the throat, cervical spinal cord, various hemorrhages within the brain. Official report said that officers, quote, found Clarkson's teeth scattered around the back foyer, while a gun was found a few feet from her body, end quote. So where's everyone else at now? Did she randomly pull this gun that she had no idea where it was and put it into her mouth, blow her head off?
No, I think that
the gun did not contain Phil Spector's
DNA
fingerprints.
But listen,
At all?
But there was on Phil Spector splatter from Lana. It was her blood splatter, which the prosecutors said that he was in the vicinity, so he wasn't just upstairs and heard a loud bang. She blows her head off, and the blood splatter gets on his shirt. But the defense for Phil Spector said that's not what happened. Phil Spector was not in the vicinity. They brought up a new theory which has never been brought up before. She was not dead she was not dead immediately after she shot herself in the mouth. Phil Spector runs downstairs, and like a, quote, bazooka, she is choking to death, and then choked some of that blood that appears to be splatter on Phil Spector's shirt.
Well, we went through some of the myriad of medications that Spector was on. Did they do a toxicology report? Did she only have alcohol in her system, or was there another, were there other substances? Because, I mean, if you give her something like Xanax, like he was on.
So you're saying that she killed herself? No,
I'm not. I'm saying if she consumed something like Xanax that he was on, which was under a prescription that he had.
He wasn't on Xanax.
Yes, it was. You read it out loud.
Yeah.
You did.
Not Xanax.
You did.
He
said
was
Xanax.
on a whole lot of prescriptions.
Jen, I never said he was on Xanax, okay? He was on the following: Prozac, Klonopin, Neurotonin.
Klonopin is similar to Xanax. Sorry. That's where I went Xanax.
All right, so I will tell. Let me tell you that the book I read from Dr. Henry Lee, the pathologist who was the first to look at the body, said nothing in the book about her toxicology. So I have no idea what she was on.
But maybe, I mean, if they're partying, maybe he gave her a pill, and maybe he had her hands on, like if you have the gun in your hand.
Why would she have the gun in her hand?
Well, she wouldn't, except for the fact that maybe she was passed out, and maybe he put the gun in her hand and pulled the trigger.
All right, so there was blood found not even near the body. Let's establish some facts. The body was moved. Okay, the body was moved. There's blood. There's no way blood could have traveled as far as it did. She was down the stairs in the foyer. Something happened. Either she pulled the trigger or whatever. But, he moved the body. That's not killing her. That's
maybe he
but
had
still,
gloves
it
on.
happened within his presence, and that's malicious.
No, we're talking about murder or not.
I
Murder
get
or
it.
suicide.
I get it. I listened to Darlene Love. Fuck it.
So do you think yay
I
or
don't
nay?
know.
Yay or nay?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Which is the whole point of it.
But it's your birthday. You don't have to drive home. You don't have to drive home. I do.
But you don't. You can just stay right here.
Till like 4, and then I have to go home and pack.
Also true.
You can't stay here.
Yes.
All right. So everyone's already logged off, but where are you guys at? Yes or no? Because I didn't know it was going to be like this. I didn't know it was going to be that to me, y'all please listen. What the fuck? Let's finish this up.
You.
To me, close it, please. So, where are you guys at? To me, personally, I mean, y'all didn't even bring up the fact that the chauffeur said, "I think I killed somebody," because that was a big thing.
No, he said it to the chauffeur.
Yes, but why? What do you think the defense did with that? Robert Shapiro.
He said that it was a translation problem because the chauffeur was Brazilian.
There you go. Fantastic.
Ooh, good, Jen.
Fantastic. So you see how complicated this case is at this point.
But the chauffeur had been working in America for quite some time, correct? You said he was a former police officer.
4 years.
Okay, but you should know by 4 years.
No. There's actual.
Yeah.
He testified a lot, and there were mistakes that he made semantically wise. Wrong places of nouns and pronouns, stuff like that, or whatever. You can tell he's not a native speaker, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So, quote, I think I killed somebody.
Could be somebody killed themselves.
Are you sure it didn't mean, I think somebody is killed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is 5 a.m, and he's yelling it. Is it? So stuff like this is very important when you have someone like Robert Shapiro doing this case, because he's going to bring up all this stuff. Plus they're going to heavily go through Lana's background and only bring up the fact that she was suicidal. I mean, you saw, I read
But
earlier.
she never said anything about suicide. She just said she was depressed.
Agreed.
No,
and she was going to have the best fucking year ever.
Quote, I am on the verge of losing it all, just hanging on by a thread, end quote. That
does not mean that you are suicidal.
Yeah, agree.
I'm just saying. It does not look good.
I know what you're saying, but
okay.
On the
all right, so his fingerprints was not on the gun. Mm-hmm. We don't know if he had actually. So if you're going to question the chauffeur's lack of knowledge about the language, you might as well discount the fact that he even saw the gun in his hand in the first place. And if it was even the same gun, you don't even know, because the gun was found, but it didn't have Phil Spector's fingerprint on it, but it still had blood stains on it from her. So what, did he wipe off his fingerprints and not smear the blood around?
Or he had gloves on.
So you're saying that he had his gloves on, and what, he put it in her mouth, that gun in her mouth?
I don't know, John. I wasn't there.
What? This is the fucking, I'm trying to get, never mind. All right.
I know what you're saying. What
do you guys think? Yeah, did he kill her? Did he not kill her? Whatever the fuck.
I don't think that, I just don't think that you would kill yourself in an unfamiliar place. It's such a final act. All right. But think of it from this section. Think of it from this point of view.
All right, let's end this and I'll go get.
No,
let me talk.
Let Jen talk.
Let me talk.
Because she's right.
I'm depressed. I'm barely hanging on. Look, I'm at a club. I'm finally getting out. Oh, look, Phil Spector. I'm hanging out with Phil Spector. We're gonna get some drinks, and then Phil Spector, let's have sex. No, thank you. No, thank you, Phil Spector. So all of a sudden, someone wants to have, I'm not saying that's the be all end all, but someone is desiring you, someone who is you're gonna kill yourself because you don't want to have sex with Phil Spector. Look at this gun. Look, ha ha ha.
Yeah, but if you're drunk and on pills, then you don't know.
Someone who is depressed, who has
you can't say that for everyone. Literally, I tried to kill myself. So did people in live chat. What the fuck? I would never do that.
No, what I'm saying
but
is,
I think it's pulling from those experiences that.
You're saying that you don't even want to go out. You don't want to go out.
You're right here.
You don't want to go out.
When you did.
If someone, I just feel all right, I am not diminishing anyone's attempts or anything. It's a very serious issue. Suicide is a very serious issue.
Well, it could have been accidental. Oh, yeah, whatever. Like, they were arguing, how about I just kill myself? I didn't know there was a bullet in the gun.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna, like...
All right, let's
No, I'm gonna put this in, like, actual perspective. A stranger to be in a stranger's house and that personal of a thing, the opportunity really would have had to present itself, and I don't think it did.
All right, so let's end this up. The first trial, so he was booked for murder. All right. The first trial was a hung jury. Mistrial. They couldn't decide if he did it or not. The second trial, they did find him guilty, though. And he was sentenced. This was in 2007 when that trial began. And he was sentenced to 20 years. And he would be able to parole in 2028. All right. What do you guys think of that? So, is he still in prison?
No. Did he die?
So, Phil Spector died last year, probably of COVID. So, he died last year. This is date of death January 16th, 2021. He died in the prison hospital. So, he died of COVID. So, rest in hell, you piece of shit. I say that because I believe all the other women that he's tried to fucking throw his... To me, this is what the case is. He would brandish these weapons in front of all these women because no one wants to have sex with him because he looks like a fucking maniac, right? Like, this is... Let me show you this guy. I mean, this is who they want.
You already showed us a picture. I wouldn't have sex with him.
This is who he is now. Like,
no, he's dead now.
I get it, Jim, but like, you want to have sex with me?
No, thank you.
You look like a fucking weirdo. No, I don't want to have sex with you. He pulls out a gun, which he's done plenty of times. There's actually a famous photo of him pulling out a gun to a reporter, and his bodyguard was trying to cover him before he did it. But yeah, this is him. This guy is a gun-wielding maniac. He has threatened not only all the women he's ever tried to have sex with, but also that famous Beatle and most of the people he tried to produce music for. He always pulls out his gun. I don't think he thought that it was loaded, but the one thing that really does it for me is, do you remember way back in the earlier this episode, I told you that there was a bruise on her tongue?
Yes.
Yeah.
That specifically is what does it for me. Let me tell you exactly that bruise. Hold on, let me show you.
Because I thought when you said that, I thought he was forcing like make-out sessions, but that would make sense if he was forcing a gun down her throat. If you're going to put a gun down your throat, you don't get a bruise from that. But if someone else does.
So this is from the coroner, Dr. Luis Pena. The bruise was very unique. It was to the upper side of her tongue. He says the following, quote, the bruise is very unique and is consistent with blunt force trauma. Something struck the tongue. Barrel pushed inside mouth. So the barrel, from what this coroner is saying, was forced into her mouth. Why is there no fingerprints? The same reason. He was holding that gun that the chauffeur, the same gun. End of story. He's Brazilian, but he was a highly competent military leader in Brazil. He's not going to lie about this stuff. He didn't give a shit about Phil Spector. He just wants, So he saw a gun. It's the same gun. Phil Spector just wiped off his fingerprints and the blood was still on the hand or whatever. His fingerprint didn't touch that. He had forced that gun inside her mouth. Everyone knows it. He forced it. She turned him down sexually. He takes this gun like he's done countless to countless other people. We've read literally 5 accounts where he's done the same shit, pushing rifles up to people's noses, girls' noses that turned them down, all this shit. He's done it. He's done it. He's done it. But this time it goes off. It actually fucking fires. Maybe he didn't mean to fire. Maybe he didn't think it had a bullet, but guess what? It fucking went off and killed her. He's done it so many times before, but this is the time it fucking went off and he killed her. So he got 20 years and he fucking died last year, and I don't give a fuck. Exactly what I think he's supposed to happen to him. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think?
Oh, I would agree that he is guilty.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Thank you for finally covering this case.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be 2.5 hours. Shit.
It was great.
Well, we had a fun time.
Yeah, but anyway, that was my, like, obviously we don't know, right? He's fucking dead now, and I mean,
he maintained his innocence.
I was. Let me read you one last thing from what the actual guy who wrote the book. The trial was basically proven Lana. They would bring out her background as being topless, being a call girl. They just made her look like shit, and I think that's kind of terrible. But anyway, this guy, I'm going to read this one little closing argument that this coroner that read the book says, quote, "My feeling about the trial is that it went counter to what I have always believed is at the core of the American justice system, a sense of fairness and truth. It appears to me that a full 162 days of trial consisted of little more than attacks on the victim, attacks on the suspect, and attacks on the defense witnesses. Especially galling were references that expert defense witnesses were all, quote, hired guns. The amount of time and money and the prosecution expended in trying to dig up some dirt by checking backgrounds, income tax reports, and other personal affairs far exceeded what was necessary to unearth the facts to seek the truth," end quote. That's what you get when a celebrity has access to all the money and the best attorneys. They're going to try to, and this whole fucking thing lasted years. It was fucking years. This happened in 2003. He didn't actually go to trial until fucking 2007. I don't know. Anyway.
Shame.
I hope you guys like that. I'm going to go pick up some food. Thanks for joining us. Nicole's birthday.
Happy birthday, Niquiz. We love you.
Happy birthday. So I'll be on Discord later. If you guys want to watch a movie, let's do a movie or something.
Forrest Gump. Niquiz already requested.
No, we're supposed to watch a Western, I thought.
We gotta go pick up the food.
All right. I will. I'm not, I've drank 2 beers, so I'm fine. But, all right. I'll see you guys later. They can't see what you're saying.
Merry Christmas, y'all. This is our holiday episode, and I will miss y'all over the holiday break, but only 1 week. So hopefully you guys, I'll be back on the weekend after Christmas, which is New Year's Eve.
All right. Until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.